Me, playmakers way back in the day. Um, Travis Green, you know him?
I've heard of him, but
He the
I couldn't tell you the song off top.
uh, his song is. Oh my god.
Kev's a fraud. He's a
No.
fraud.
It was the song that JoJo we used to play for JoJo to calm down.
Oh really?
He used to be not calm down, but he hated school. Intentional. Uh, but anyway, he sang with Travis Green for a long time. I don't know if he still does. And they were just backstage with us hanging out, and we just known ever since. Oh, forever.
Yeah, they're coming in.
Hello, friends. Yeah. Oh, coming unto oh, oh, long. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yo, someone must have had to have flagged the live.
Yeah. Or YouTube has machine learning, and when it's all that chocolate butt, it was like, hey, that's a
It's
coochie.
like, hey, we've seen those curves.
Yeah.
We've seen them.
Because remember when they had the dildo, it didn't recognize it because it was all the different colors, so it was harder to recognize. That chocolate butt with the coochie holes, it was like, hey, I know coochie holes. You
Hey
can't
man,
have that.
we've seen Tory Lane's live. All right.
'Cause YouTube software is smart like
That's
that.
great. I believe it though, because they're the
Yeah.
ones that had content ID. They like pioneered content
Yep.
ID.
Yes.
Not wow. That's crazy. Hey, got Gucci recognition.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Oh no.
what happened? One of the questions?
No. So you know the culture tags game we play, right?
Yeah. They get canceled?
No.
Oh man, I was like, no, okay, I'll delete them right now.
So somebody tried to steal her game, right?
After she made it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he made this thing called trapcronym, like acronym but trapcronym, right? Okay. So she's like, now go to trapcronym.com. So I click on it. Where does it go? Culture tags. They didn't even have the website for the thing they tried to steal.
Why would they do that? That's the money that goes to her. That doesn't make any sense.
You got it. All right, you ready?
What y'all to hang out?
Yeah. Shut up, worship boy.
Worship boy, worship boy.
Ah. Got that slate. Hello, friends. How are you? Did you get enough sleep last night? Did you brush your teeth? Did you wash your butthole? Woo! I stink. Right, dear Kevon, take one. Is this out? Floor? You. If you want my. Is this too much in over here? How's that? All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dear Kev, the show where I give you the best, worst advice on the planet. We're here every Friday. Today's questions are from 6 Brown Chicks on Twitter. Shall we begin? Yes, we can. First question. My husband got a doctor's note, COVID exposure. Now sits at home playing games all day. Won't eat. He doesn't want to pause the game to go to the bathroom, so he lays towels on the couch to pee himself. There's no more sex. He says I'm nagging him and refuses help. Advice. This is how hoarder starts. The moment people decide that going to the bathroom is a whole thing, and I would have rather not do that. It's step one in hoarders. Peeing in cups, in buckets, mason jars. Avoiding the bathroom is step one of hoarders. Also, leave that man alone. He got coronavirus. If he wants to piss on himself, let him piss on himself. Okay? It's not like it's getting on you. So a little pee got on some towels. It soaked it up. Sure, you got good towels, good absorbent strength. Okay? He pees a little bit or a lot. And then, I just don't know how you get the towels. Like, the thing about a penis, if you don't, like, where is he pointing it at? If you don't hold it, it's just going to be like a garden hose. You could pee in your face. My sons, they peed on me before. I'm trying to change their diaper. They're like, pissed on you, sucker. Ha ha. Should have wore a condom. But even my own self, sometimes I go pee and it comes out strong. I'm like, yo, what's going on? It's like, yeah, we've been waiting. So is he holding his like penis and then like directing it to the towel? Is he just leaning over and peeing on a towel? Is he just letting it flow? However, whatever he's doing, it's fine. Okay, ma'am, because he got COVID-19. Do you have COVID? You don't know what it's like. Body aches, pee, the thought of getting up and walking and peeing, it's too much. Okay, you're not stricken with COVID, so you can't be judging him. I was going to make a joke, but that guy's canceled, so we're going to just move on. Next question. Oh, I know, Josh. I'm better than that. My girlfriend of 8 years saved about $10,000 to send her twins to college. Then COVID happened around the country, and it shut down. I figured college was closed too. I spent the money on a motorcycle and a TV. The twins are going to college, and there's no money. Advice. And a little clarifying thing. At one point, they were supposed to get married, so they opened a joint bank account. The twins are not his kids. The twins have scholarships. The mom saved that extra money for books and dorm expenses. The girlfriend doesn't know the money's missing. This is hilarious. You said this woman saved money for her kids that are not yours. And y'all are not married. And you took the money for her kids, knowing that book's expensive, knowing that dorm's expensive, and you bought a motorcycle and a TV. This is why they say men are trash. And it's getting harder and harder to defend us every day. I am men. Okay? I'm not taking college kids' money and buying motorcycle men. But when they say we're trash, the evidence overwhelmingly is saying that that's true. And I alone and Josh, we can't do this. We can't overcome all men. And when we do it, we sound like, well, there's some good cops. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear I'm a good man. Of all the trash things that we've heard on this show over the months, spending college money, like nobody said college was over forever. College is 4 years minimum. Some people take 5, 6, 7. You knew that college was going to open up sometime, and you was like, but I want that Yamaha XJ9000. This is what I want to do with my life. How could you do that, man? Why are men? That's a thing I see on Twitter all the time. When a man does something trash, women retweet it and just say, why are men? And you don't even have to write out trash, garbage, whatever, because your brain fills it in. You bought a motorcycle and a TV with college money during coronavirus. I hope you bought it online. You can't go to the dealership. You can't go to Best Buy. And if you bought it online, the least you could have did is use Honey. We all shop online. You've all seen that promo code field taunt us at checkout. But thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is a free browser extension that finds promo codes for you and automatically applies them to your card. Listen, my wife is almost addicted to shopping online at this point. Every day is a minimum 3 boxes. And thank God we found out about Honey because of this podcast, and we applied it to ourselves because she don't go looking for coupons. She don't go looking for deals. I mean, she goes looking for deals, but not as many deals that are available. So thankfully, Honey has saved our lives. When you check out, the Honey button drops down, and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Watch the prices drop. Honey has found over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. That's capital B. Honey supports over 30,000 stores online. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on free money. It's literally free and installs in a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this here podcast. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/dear. That's joinhoney.com/dear. Next question. My younger wife says I'm boring in bed. So she's been having, Greg started here. My younger wife says I'm boring in bed. So she's been having sex play with a female friend to test sex toys. She says there's no attraction. She's just trying out these toys before she buys. I asked to watch and now she's mad at me because I'm a pervert. Advice. Can you imagine your wife saying, look, you suck in bed. You're boring. Yawn. Listen, I've got another girl. Tamika's her name. I went to AskGoody.com and I got some stuff. And if you guys were watching the Love Hour After Dark from last week, you know Goody has something. Oh, yeah. Mine are on the way. Oh, yeah. Me and Tamika, we've been doing some things. And I felt some things that I never felt. Josh, hand me that. Hand me that, yeah. The steamer. Yeah, sorry. I just pointed at it in my mind. Didn't realize you didn't know. Yeah, I went over and I got this. Me and Tamika, we said, oh, yeah, hot steam in my cooch. I like it. And see, you suck. You can't help me. And sometimes I put the plug part in my butt. And I feel charged up. I'm sorry, man. And you're a man. You suck at the sex. And you can't do things that Tamika does for me. I'm not gay. We're just playing like house. Remember we were in kids? We're like, oh, you want to be the mom? I want to be the dad. You just suck. And I put this little thing and I put it in the vulva. And I turn it on and it's like a coochie facial. Okay? It's like, man, this is fantastic. Your coochie will thank you. Okay, Josh, take it back. Otherwise, people will think about it the whole time. So listen, man. Mind your business. She doesn't want you. She's never coming back home. Okay? She's now Cleo and set it off. And there's nothing you can do. Just remember the good old days. Don't be sad that it happened. No, don't be sorry that it's over. What's the phrase?
Don't be sorry that it's over. Be happy that it happened.
Don't be sorry that it's over. Be happy that it happened. Next question. After dating for 6 months, I finally posted our picture. Boom! My inbox is full of women asking why I'm posting a pic of their man. He says they're trolling and just remove the pic. I said no. He said leave it up and I'm out, or take it down and keep me. Advice. Respect that man's wishes. Okay, you know how women be. Always, just like the question before, always playing around, trolling. Like, he's their man. I mean, what are labels for? Labels are for knowing what size shirt it is. That's all. You want to be together and post a picture and prove? Why'd you post it? To prove that he's yours? Oh, come on. We're adults. You don't need to prove to anybody. And if he asks you to take it down, it's because you're his secret. Okay? And things that are shared with everyone, they're not secret anymore. And now you want to tell everybody about your business? What does it matter what other people think, huh? You don't see me posting my wife on Instagram. People don't even know I'm married. Okay? I'm never bigging her up and talking about how beautiful she is because I know, right? Take it down. Respect that man's wishes. He can't be having you out there, letting these women get the best of him. No. If you want to keep your relationship intact, trust him. You can't trust women. They lie. You can't trust yourself. You can't trust your gut, your instinct. It's all wrong. Take it down for the better of your relationship. Take it down, and then he'll take you down because he'll be using Blue Chew. Blue Chew. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about something we could all use more right now. Sex. Great sex. Guys, now you can increase your performance and get the extra confidence in bed. You want an erection like this? Oh, yeah. You will put this through a wall. Drywall, plaster.
Please don't break it. Kevin.
That's your penis. Listen up. Blue Chew will have you rock hard, strong peen. You can knock that computer down. You can blow her back out. Listen up, bluechew.com, like the color blue. It brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredient as Viagra and Cialis. I've used it before. My penis was never that strong, as strong as it was at that day. It was like, I knocked on the door with it. Melissa was laying in the room, and I was like, she was like, dang, Kev, you knocking loud. What is that, your fist? And I'm like, nah, it's my meat. She was like, dang, is that Blue Chew? I said, you doggone right, it's Blue Chew. Now open the door. Put a hole through that door. You could benefit from more confidence where it counts. Blue Chew is the fast and easy way to enhance your performance. Right now, we got a special deal for our listeners. Visit bluechew.com to get your first shipment free when you use our promo code DEAR. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BLUE, chew.com. Promo code DEAR. To try it for free. Blue Chew is a better, cheaper, faster choice, and we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. And remember, when you support our sponsors, you help make this podcast possible. So please be sure to use the promo code DEAR at bluechew.com. Get the erection you deserve. Knock on the door with the helmet of your penis. Hello? Knock, knock. Who's there? Meat. Meat who? Meat inside you with Blue Chew. Next question. I'm a new grandma. My daughter and I have a strained relationship because of her past drug abuse. I visited my grandbaby for the first time and discovered the child's father is my ex. My daughter hooked up with him to pay me back for kicking her out. My daughter needs help, so I visit often to help her clean and babysit. My ex and I reconnected. We're still soulmates. We're in love again. He's moved into my home. My daughter threatened to keep my grandbaby from me because of this. Advice. Grandma, let's call her Mabel, her daughter, LaShondria, has sex with Mabel's ex. Let's call him Bobby Caldwell. She has a baby by Bobby Caldwell. So her grandbaby would also be her child if they had gotten married. And now she's back with Bobby Caldwell. And the daughter doesn't want to keep the grandbaby. This is like a math problem. This is like ratchet algebra.
Let's take what's given, Kev. Let's start with what's given. Ratchet algebra is hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Listen, I don't like math. I'm not doing this question. here's my advice. Y'all people need bigger circles. You need better people. It's just a lot, man. It's just I got nothing, Josh. I got nothing. Last question. I hit the jackpot dating a freaky, elegant ebony queen. Smart, funny, and she cooks. She wears fantasy wigs, and that turns me on. Problem is, I've never noticed her long forehead until she got braids. Her mama has that forehead. I'm concerned about our future kids. Listen, I have a big head. I don't have a long forehead, but I have a meaty head. I was talking to another friend of mine who's bald, and he said it takes him like 10 minutes to shave every other day. And I was like, it takes me 30 minutes. And I wonder what the difference was. First, I thought he was faster than me. First, I thought, he used different equipment. But the truth is, I just have more head meat to shave. It's like shaving the end zone for him and a full football field for me. You never know what child you're going to get. Sometimes two really ugly people create a very beautiful person. Okay, so maybe your wife's forehead is long, or your girlfriend's forehead is long, but your baby's forehead will be not so long. Or maybe her forehead will be even longer, and she'll look like aliens. You know the aliens? Here's what you can't do. You can't try to judge. You can't try to guess what someone's baby will look like. Because when you try to guess, God will freak you out, right? So with me, I'm partially ugly. Melissa's beautiful. So both of our kids are really handsome. Because you need a little bit of ugly to balance it out, okay? Now, if Melissa's beautiful and then I'm handsome, right? Kids going to be partially ugly. So I took that for us. I was like, let me bring the partially ugly, a little bit overweight to the equation, okay? And then God was like, ooh, we cannot give too much Kev. So I'll just give them the humor and then the dimples of Kev and then the overall body structure and abs, thinness of Melissa. Skin, one of my kids has my skin color. Actually, he's a little lighter than me. And one of mine is a little darker than Melissa, but they're both really handsome. So if she has a big forehead and you're partially ugly, then that means your baby will be good, okay? You just don't want two beautiful people together making babies, so you need a little discomfort in the face so that God can rectify it through the child. And, yeah, so let her have a little forehead. Or it's going to be crazy and she's going to have a ponytail up here, and he's going to be like, dang, that baby got a high ponytail. But nobody's going to tell you the truth about your baby being ugly, so you have that going for you. All right. It's another episode of Dear Kev. I love you. I'll be here next Friday answering stupid questions with even stupider answers. Patreon people, thank you. We'll be live for a little bit longer. Regular people, we'll see you next week. Peace.
Cut it.
Cut. That's a cut.
You see your text? I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't want to cause unnecessary text, but let's ask you want Starbucks.
Yeah, I do want Starbucks. What's that Starbucks sandwich? Turkey bacon Swiss or something?
Reduce that turkey bacon.
No, Joshua, don't ever say that.
Bacon Gouda?
No, the other one with the croissant part.
Oh. Like the smoked bacon.
There we go. Now you're speaking my language.
It's a long way from turkey bacon.
Yeah, I don't want that crap.
Dog food McGee.
Double smoked bacon, cheddar, and eggs.
Smoke the bacon once and smoke it again.
I want some bacon and eggs. Hello, friends. How are you guys? I'm glad you're here. What y'all talking about in the chat? No, Miss Josie, we're not going. Do you mean switch over here so you can set up?
I was gonna just detach this, and you can stay there if you want.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We are taking a break because after Love Hour, it's about an hour or so till Angel comes.
Do you want to just flip the camera, or do you want to just see it there?
Oh yeah. Then I can read the comments. Actually, no, it's fine there.
Okay.
I get these questions, Missy, from 6 Brown Chicks. You guys are still sending in questions, but most of them are the same questions. What I mean by that, my audience is asking real questions and they're real problems. And because you guys are like sane, most of the time the questions are very similar. 6 Brown Chicks has a little bit of a bigger audience, so they have a lot more wild questions. I am a little ugly, Miss Josie. I accept that. People need to own when they're a little ugly. I'm not maximum ugly, but I'm a little bit.
Because most times it's not a secret.
No, I mean, people look at me. I mean, Melissa thinks I'm handsome. That's really all that matters. But I'm a little ugly. I'm okay. I'm not a 10. I'm not walking down the street like, dang. You would not see me be like, that is a handsome man. You'd be like, oh yeah, if I got to know him. If I got to know him personality. There's more to me than meets the eye. It's like my biggest quality is my humor. Okay, it's a big part of the reason I got Melissa. You gotta know your strengths and weaknesses. I know my offense. I'm not just like, walk in the house, and be like, dang, you are just, whoo, good looking man. I'm not Idris or Yahya Abdul. I see good looking men. I know I'm not them. I'm okay with that. People, you gotta know what your strengths are. Because I'm funnier than most of these handsome men. Now the beard has increased my handsomeness 12 to 58%. But, I'm cool. I'm 6.7. Yeah, there's like more beautiful women than there are beautiful men. Yeah, it is 12 to 58%. Like if you might not say, oh, Melissa's husband is ugly. You will say, wow, they're together. I don't match her beauty, especially when she goes all out. I don't match her. Luckily, I'm tall. That helps. Being over 6 feet tall helps. See, Josh is small. He's 5'5".
Yeah.
But he's cute. He's a little baby. He's so adorable. Somebody said my beard increased my handsomeness 1 Virgil 50%. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Josh is 27?
27, man.
Are you really?
You met me 6 years ago.
I met Josh I remember when Josh was turning 21. He already had a beard. In college. Dang, you're 27, Josh.
Oh, man.
I remember when I was 27, the year before I was 26.
That's
crazy. Angelica said, Melissa looks Hollywood fine. Kevin's bodyguard status. You can protect her though. That's all that matters.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. Bruh, here's what people gotta understand. In life, all you need is one person to like you. It's like selling a house. You don't need everybody to think this house is worth that amount. You need one person to say, yes, I will pay this amount. There's a lot of other people who are like, I would never pay that amount.
And hopefully they get loan qualified.
That's all.
That's it.
Hopefully you get loan qualified. Hopefully the market doesn't take your loan away when you have the money for it. But outside of that,
Okay, I didn't mean to.
no, it's fine, Josh.
No.
I know where your heart was.
We need to do this.
But as far as like needing it's actually beneficial for more people to not think I'm handsome. That way, I have less issues. When I'm on the road, and people are like, I don't know what Melissa sees in him. Better for me. I don't need you to know. I don't know either. It's got to be the hype. I am hungry. You could say that about me probably any time of the day, and it probably would be true.
That you're hungry?
Mm-hmm. I've been still doing intermittent fasting.
Between what hours?
When I sleep and wake up mostly.
About the same time.
I try not to eat before 10 for sure. I try to go to 11 as much as possible.
It's not easy, bro.
It's not. Reggie said, Kev, you're a strong 6+2 for humor and 1.5 for body, and beer is 9.5 times. See, the thing about Melissa is, it was like she invested in a stock. She like bought Apple stock right when it came out.
Oh, she's lit.
Because I didn't have the beard or the money. All I had was the height and the humor and the smile. Luckily for me, God bless me, I don't need to talk to this anymore, right?
No.
Melissa wanted a guy with dimples. I don't know why God placed that on her heart, but that made my life so much easier because I have dimples. It's also funny, somebody commented last night, was like, yeah, you have a list? And I was like, listen, if you've been following me for a long time, you will know that I have a list. And also, the more tired I am, the more pronounced it was. And I made that video probably, I don't know, 20 minutes before I went to bed. I just got a haircut. And my list was very pronounced. I kind of want to get super famous so people can make fun of me, like do impressions of me, and I can hear how I sound to other people. Because nobody's really done a great impression of me. It's always just like being loud, which I am, but that's not like a speaking quality.
I am, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, like Obama has a speaking quality about his voice. Kev, do you think you would enjoy it if you woke up looking like Idris? Something tells me God didn't make a mistake with you. I don't know. Do you think Idris thinks he's handsome? Idris. The way my body is, it allows me to embrace myself more, I think. Being handsome is too much of a burden. To be universally handsome, I don't want that. Also, there's not a lot of comedian men that are really handsome, right? In order to be a good comedian, one of the best qualities is being able to make fun of yourself. And if you're super handsome, then like people are like, man, shut up, old Joel, handsome self. If you're just kind of average looking, mediocre, like I am, middle of the road, it's easier to pick at yourself. Okay, all day finesse. You got the drool emoji talking about Idris. Man, I'm hungry. I don't wonder when this woman is gonna get here.
It'll be okay, Kev.
Dude, Josh, turn that worship music back on.
Okay, sorry.
Have y'all heard Maverick City music? Josh put me on. It's crazy. Josh put me on
Did
today.
it really put you on Maverick City?
I've never heard of him.
Somebody put me. I'll tell you the story after.
Josh put me on Maverick City music, and it turns out my homeboy is like one of the lead singer-songwriters of Maverick City music, and I never heard of it in my life. Have y'all heard of them? Me and Josh was in here worshiping.
This is the one that I first sent you, Kev. In like streams of tears.
Were you?
Because somebody sent me the video, and I was just like, first of all, I didn't know there was content like this.
Yeah, I know you were all over this. My God. This is whisper worship. Giving me space to breathe. Giving me space to breathe. This is like Ocean. This is like Hillsong with a little kick of Lowry's.
A little kick of Lowry.
Just a little kick of Lowry's. Just a teens.
Chandler's that kick.
Chandler's that kick. Oh, beautiful father, yeah, yeah, yeah. Vamos! You never leave. Oh, I need to do that. Yeah, boss!
Oh, you're stretching. Never mind.
Oh, you got all
I
work.
thought you were do a slow pan.
Sing, girl. White girl. She white?
I think she is. And these songs be like a full 15 minutes.
Yeah, they
Like you're in service. His voice is so distinct.
Chandler?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
love.
But it's better, it's better. If I knew what love was, if I knew what love was, if I knew what love was. But it's brighter, it's brighter. I thought I knew what love was. I thought I knew what love was. I thought I knew what love was. Oh, it turns out it's better, it's better. I thought I knew what love was. I thought I knew what love was. I thought I knew what love was. It's better, it's better, it's better. I thought I knew.
Hey, low key, man. You start hearing these words a lot. You be thinking about how good God is.
Everything, you're like-
I'm playing around. And I'm low key like,
I did thought I knew what love was.
ah, what? I just was playing. Hey, I thought it. Ouch!
I would like a hug. I don't. Jesus.
What's happening to me? What? Woo! Jesus, 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 Jesus! Mighty God, mighty God. Yabos. Oh! Jesus. And see, they be having these long songs. And these long songs be you just be like,
You just sit in that pocket. It's the same. It's the same verse.
ah.
He said 3 sentences this entire song.
Jesus, skip it, skip
Chandler slides in.
it, skip it, skip it, skip it, skip it. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mighty God, mighty God.
It's always so much better. This love is patient. This love is kind. It's always present and it's better. It's better. Never knew a love like
Jesus,
this.
enough.
Never knew a love like this.
Enough.
Never knew a love like this. It's better, it's better. I never knew a love like this.
Yeah.
Never knew a love like this. Never knew a love like this. It's better, it's better. I never knew a love like this. Yeah. Never knew a love like this. Yeah. Never knew a love. Yes, it's better, it's better. Yes, it's better, it's better.
Dude, enough with you guys. Let it go. Don't stop.
Still 5 minutes left, man.
Is there?
Yeah.
Woo! Y'all just be up in here, huh?
Y'all get here.
God, dog. Jesus.
It's better, it's better. I can see your love is within. And now and I see. I'm reading me.
still?
It's still going. I gotta change it.
My gosh.
My heart is yours completely. My heart is yours totally. Love with no reservation.
Are you serious, Joshua?
I'm not
Are you
looking
serious?
for perfection. There's no need in me pretending. I'll give you everything. I'll give you everything. You deserve my full attention.
You do, Lord.
Those new Laffy Taffies are flames.
Bro, I'm about to make a pina colada right now.
That's what listen to this thing.
I'm about to do it.
Me and
I saw pineapple and I saw Coke in it. I said, same way.
I'll give you everything.
We'll put it on different sides of the
I'll
mouth.
give
Let's
you
go back and forth.
everything. Lift it up. Oh,
I should have twisted. See?
oh, you can have my heart, yes you can.
God, why are you doing this to me, Lord?
Oh, you can.
I cried to this song driving last night.
I know you did.
I almost got in an accident.
I bet you
That
did.
got me tearing up on the road.
Be free from selfish motives. Search me till there's nothing hidden, and I'll give you everything. Yes, I'll give you everything. Sing. Oh, you can have my heart. You can.
Me person that's on Chris Brown and Chandler. I was like, Chris Brown's getting worse music right now. I didn't know.
You can have every part. Sing it again. You can
This gotta be in Atlanta
anywhere.
where they do this. I'm going next time we go. I don't care if they're doing it or not, I'm pulling up.
You can. Oh yeah. Heart is yours forever. Yes, it is. My heart is yours forever. Yes, it is. My heart is yours forever. My heart, my mind, my soul. My heart is yours forever. My emotions are yours, yeah. My heart is yours forever. All my dreams are yours, yeah. My heart is yours forever. All of my plans are yours. My heart is yours forever.
Sing it, Cat!
Yeah, yeah.
This is gonna walk in, we're just gonna be crying. What's going on?
You got it. You got it. You got it. If you want my heart, you got it. You got it. Yeah, you got it. If you want my heart, you got it. You got it. You got it. If you want my heart, you got it. You got it. You got it. If you want my heart, you got it. You got it. Hey, you got it. If you want my
Her break this up.
you got it. You got it. You got it. If you want my yes, you got it. You got it. You got it. If you want my oh, you got it. You got it. You can have my heart. Oh, yeah. You can have my heart.
What's the song name, Josh?
Have my heart.
Have My Heart by Maverick City Music. Be careful if y'all go in there. They'll take you in.
Still 7 minutes left.
I belong to you, every part of my heart. I belong to you, nothing missing. I belong to you, nothing hidden. I belong to you. Yes, I belong. I cry out, Abba, Abba, Abba. I belong to you. I belong to you. Heart is yours. My heart is yours forever. Heart is yours.
It's Maverick City Music.
Heart is yours
Can
forever.
you pin a comment in YouTube?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Even the parts I don't like. My heart is.
Even the parts I
Even the
don't
parts I try
like.
to hide. My heart is. Every room belongs to you. Come and consume every room. It all belongs to you. It all belongs to you. Come and consume every room. It all belongs to you. It all belongs to you. Oh yeah. Come and consume every room. It all
Songs are easy to learn too.
yeah. Come and consume every room. It all belongs.
Man, I was waiting for you to come, girl. I need a break. You are good. Looking too good. Josh in here playing Maverick City Music, man. I was like, bro.
He was in here going
I was
through
like,
full
girl,
blown
where
worship.
are you? I need a break from this Jesus.
You know that Starbucks is always busy.
I just ordered green tea this time, so I wasn't even playing if they had my mint.
Yeah. As soon as you said it, I was like, I don't think that's what he normally gets, but they'll probably have it. You said venti, and the lady was like, what size for me, Joshua? And I was like, venti.
Final answer.
And then when she gave him, I was like, I do not need to get
What
this
is that?
white chocolate mocha, but I feel like jittery. I haven't eaten either.
Oh, snap.
Gosh.
You got Mo too?
Yeah. So I'm listening to White Fragility. I started to pick it up again.
We're live, by the way.
Huh?
We're live.
That's fine.
Live morning, live
The
morning.
lady, you know how white people's favorite thing is I don't see race, I don't see color?
Oh.
Oh my god. So in the book club, one of the ladies was like, what meeting did people go to where they heard that that's the thing that they should say? And so she was talking about how in Martin Luther King's
switch it.
speech, he talks about
The King's Speech?
Martin Luther King's speech. He talks about how one day people will be judged by the color of their skin, by the content of their character. And she was like, she didn't say this, but of course black people make everything the way black people would say it. But she's basically like, white people saw that and was like, okay, so what we should do is not see color. I was like, oh my god, it makes so much more sense now. Because literally everyone says that, you just be like, who told y'all that was a thing?
What was the white meeting? This Josh on the lap, I put the lap Japanese extra in the candy thing over there. And Josh made a pina colada the same way you did.
It's bomb.
I just twisted it.
Yes.
So I told him to listen to the same thing.
It's so good like that.
So good.
Let me get this one now, so I can get something on my stomach.
They were a little light on the water.
I hate when they do that. Where's the live?
Right here.
Oh. Hi, y'all. Did I look like a bad kid?
Wanna flip it?
Yeah. Did I look like a bad kid when I did that, though? Oh, are we off Starbucks? I thought
Oh,
they're canceled? I thought we uncanceled them.
this is Farbucks. They're a little further than Starbucks.
It's Coffee Bean.
I thought they said, Starbucks said black.
Yeah, I thought
I thought
changed
they were
their
back.
mind.
Like 3 days later, they're like, "Oh, just kidding. They
I
can
did
they can
too.
wear whatever they want."
Dang.
Like for real, all jokes aside, I saw.
I thought so
something
too, but listen. There's so many.
Sorry.
I need a list. I need a list that's updated every day.
in your car.
Yes.
Before you hit the
Send me
drive-thru
the list.
on your mirror.
This is honestly why black people gotta own more stuff.
There's no black-owned fast food restaurants where we live.
Oh no, she said we definitely uncanceled them.
Okay.
We did?
Yeah.
Woo!
Nope, someone did say we're still off them.
Oh, I'm in between bites. Are we canceled or not? I know I'm an ally, but still, guys.
I'm in between bites.
I need someone to send me who is responsible for updating the list daily? Probably not even daily, it's hourly at this point. You could be canceled. When I woke up this morning, you were fine. And right now, you're canceled. Why? Why don't people just want us to live and be great? I don't want to be canceling people. Just let us
I'm
live.
hungry.
I'm hungry.
I need food to fight the battles of blackness.
Shoot.
I need sustenance.
You see, they're doing SBA grants.
Not for us.
Oh, it's a small business independent contractor. I don't know if you're classified as small business anymore.
I am, but they ain't gonna give it to us. To the whites.
They really don't.
Yo, I didn't know that. Jason was telling me for my Spectrum thing,
Pretty much everyone's canceled.
you need an LLC.
The problem with everyone being canceled though is
Otherwise you're on payroll?
I'm not cooking.
You can't invoice without an LLC anymore. I was like, dang man, I gotta.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't.
Oh, that's what he
invoice-
was saying. You were saying that. You don't have fake deep media?
I think we do got to
There
get
it
it
is,
together.
bro.
It's a little fee, but that's a easy.
It's very expensive in California.
Oh, it's dumb. Like
It's
just
like
for the
$700.
paperwork, it's $700. Yeah.
Yeah, I
In
know.
Washington,
We
it's
got a
like
bill
88
for it.
bucks.
I think Dave could lace me though.
Thank you guys.
Really?
Dave would.
I'm
yeah.
wearing all black. All black on my
I'm gonna-
face.
I
All
can't
black
ask him now,
cosmetics.
bro, because his deadline's like next 2 weeks.
I mean, that's not the name of the cosmetic brand, but I'm wearing
I blew that.
cosmetic brands by all black people. Forget it. Just never mind.
Does Fenty count?
Yeah, I have Fenty on my cheeks.
Fenty's not black owned though.
Rihanna is the brand. I can't keep up. Shoot.
That's confusing because like I'm wearing the blue grapes, but they're Nike. But I know it helps him.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great point. So what if I have a collab on?
This is like a blizzard. You know when they do the.
It is. Too. Mine was better than yours. I'm
you
sorry.
definitely got the. I ran out of water. They topped yours off.
And Starbucks is canceling. You should not put the cup in the live then. No, not the live. The actual.
Oh.
Just drink it and then take a break.
Put it on the floor.
Meanwhile, they got all my money today. She said it's 25 something, and I was like,
For
what
what?
did I buy?
Remember that time when somebody commented and said y'all rich because y'all like to take y'all kids to Starbucks for breakfast? I was like,
Starbucks
Starbucks
is
is
the same
$7.
as
It's the same cost as McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Why is that rich? Have y'all been to Starbucks?
That's funny
Now I
though.
haven't been to Starbucks. I've been to McDonald's.
Right.
McDonald's prices
McDonald's
are
not cheap.
regular.
Yeah, McDonald's not cheap anymore.
People say we're rich for everything. Y'all here wearing pants?
Listen, they like Fenty's not black owned.
I
Listen,
grew up so broke. When my dad and I went to the bagel shop, he would take the cream cheese off my bagel and put it on his.
Dang.
I put it on my life. He still does this to my
So
little brother.
one bagel, one cream cheese, one
Yeah,
plain?
because a bagel is like $1.10 or $1.60. Cream cheese be like $1.25.
You're
So
not
it'd be
paying for that,
$3.
right?
He's like, for
They
what?
be putting crazy
They put a
amounts of
lot.
cream cheese on it too.
This is a good one too.
I have way too much jitters right now for this slow worship.
Sorry.
You say you have too much jitters? You about to pass out?
My legs are like this right now, like my knees.
That's the Holy Ghost.
No, it's not. It's just mocha.
No, you ain't felt his presence in a while.
And the lady that I was talking to, white lady at Starbucks.
Ooh, white.
I know, and I'd be feeling the way about white people, and she was so nice. I walked away saying she was really nice.
What do you mean you feel away?
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know who you can trust?
I just don't know.
Are you Karen or not?
Listen.
Show me if you're a Karen.
I just be looking, all of them, you gotta prove to me that you're anti-racist before I talk to you.
Prove me now here with says the Lord of lists.
Who is this?
Maverick City Music.
Why is it called Maverick? What does Maverick mean?
It's Logan Paul's worship group.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
I don't know why it's called that.
You see, what you call it, Reps, Layla? That little
Jeff?
girl.
Yeah. Random, right?
Yeah, it was. I saw the Karen meltdown. I saw it this morning. I don't know if it was on Twitter yesterday.
That's the one that lady crying.
This one right here?
When she was on the ground showing,
Oh,
covering
my
her.
She was like this?
Oh!
What?
They to bringing Unsolved Mysteries back to Netflix. I almost had the little kid in me about freaked
I don't
out.
want to watch that. I thought you were happy. That
No!
freaked me
That guy's
out.
dead, right?
He died?
Robert Stack?
He
better.
died?
He has to be.
Oh, no, I don't like
I don't
any
want
of
him
that.
to be dead, but I don't want him to hear his voice
I
again.
didn't know he died.
I'm certain he died. That's a long time ago.
Did he?
You know what I'm saying? That show was a long time ago.
Oh.
He definitely died.
Did he?
That dude was born in 1919, Melissa.
Are you kidding me?
Mm-mm. Jesus Christ, I don't want nothing to do with that show.
That show used to freak me.
There
It
was
used to
this
come on
episode
late.
of little kids. There were some ghost kids in a pool, and they made the footsteps. First of all, hearing little kids laugh and not seeing little kids, I just got chills. I had so many bad experiences with that. My great grandma.
His face.
If you. They didn't see
What's the guy?
nothing. I don't know anything.
No, I
But
don't
what's
like.
his name?
Robert Stack.
They used to be on late night, and I didn't
It
like it.
did used to come on.
I used to
late
wake
at
up and
night.
see it. Man, look away.
My grandma used to watch that, and I was like, please.
There is a
terrifying.
podcast that details his story. Cause wasn't like his
Robert
daughter
Stack?
killed?
No, that's America's Most Wanted Criminals guy.
Wait, it wasn't him? How did he start this?
I don't know.
I thought his daughter was like kidnapped and raped or something.
Nah, that's
Am
America's
I
Most
making that
Wanted.
sense?
What's that guy's name?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is America's Most Wanted. I just saw his face.
Do you know his name?
No. I don't know none of these. John Walsh.
John Walsh.
That's
Yeah,
right.
John Walsh.
Oh, it was his son. My grandma used to watch it too. Actually, I didn't like America's Most Wanted. I didn't like any of those shows.
America's Most Wanted wasn't scary though.
I think I just understood right now in this moment that they're different white people. Angel and I decided that we're gonna do America Most Wanted.
What?
I love when listening something is funny,
Listening.
because she'll get it off and then just
Yeah,
be
but you know why her
silent.
and Angel
and laughing.
get along so well?
Look at her. No, look at her. She'll say something that we don't even hear, but she thinks it's funny and she's done. She's out for 5 minutes, easy.
Melissa and Angel are both black moms that cannot say the right words. Angel can't remember nothing. Melissa puts all the wrong words.
Who's that?
Angel and her do the same thing all the time.
Angel was so funny for that in the last episode, and that's gonna be a recurring thing.
Oh my god.
What's that boy name?
Oh my gosh. We're gonna do Married at First Sight. But what I said was Married at First Most Wanted.
What are you doing with it?
We're gonna do a recap.
Of the new episode?
It starts
New
on
season?
July 15th.
Oh, each episode?
I'm
That's
gonna
a
reach
good
out to
idea.
the PR lady.
Huh?
I'm gonna reach out to the PR lady.
That's Lovey and them do that for
You know what
Insecure.
I'm saying?
That means you gotta watch TV every week.
That's fine.
Y'all gonna do it on your channel?
I'll probably let her put it on her social.
Anytime people laugh and worship music.
Okay, I'm about to be ready.
Alright.
Cost a good sold. I don't got no goods to sell. Yeah, I'm not playing. Do one question where we're like, all right,
I gotta start drinking this for real.
at least you can drink it.
That's a lot going on right there. You guys can just see me chewing. This is so gross. Hold on, I got a lot of questions all at one time. Hold on. This is a white chocolate mocha. Ice. A venti that's entirely too large because I'm shaking. There are no guests today. No, I'm not gonna finish that at all. I normally only get, what's the small one called? A tall. On my eyes is Uma
Thurman?
Cosmetics.
What happened to Uma Thurman?
Uh,
People just be disappearing.
she did just kind of like,
I ain't seen her since Kill Bill, which is a great show. We should let the boys watch that.
it's kind of gory.
Kind of.
Yeah, well, I mean,
It is
it's
completely gory.
They'll be like, oh!
Joe might like it, but it's kind
Now Joe be the one that
Yeah,
be like,
it's
I'm a
kinda
child,
gruesome.
guys. I'm a child. Joe be like, let's watch Artemis Fowl. Joe is a baby. All right, let me go pee out my penis. I'll be back.
Okay. No guests today. Today's our anniversary episode because me and Kev's anniversary is on in 3 days. I don't know
Oh,
when 3
snap.
days is. Is that Friday? Yeah, it's on Friday.
What y'all doing?
Nothing because we have Spectrum again. They took our anniversary last week too. I mean last
you
year
gotta do
too.
The fitting, huh?
I think Monique, they're having us do it again, which we're live, so I can't go into details, but
Why not? No question.
yeah. But
Because the shoot's Saturday,
yeah.
right?
Did Jason reach out to you?
He told me to figure out my LLC yesterday.
You're not gonna be able to get it set up that fast.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
But I just got to be on payroll,
Oh yeah.
For
yeah,
them.
Yeah.
which means I'll probably see that check in net 90.
Yeah.
Whatever. God is good in the meantime.
So yeah, we have yeah, it'll just be me and Kev today. And then we have Keon and his wife next week.
We have who?
Keon and his wife next week.
Oh, really?
I think it's gonna be fun. I think they're gonna be like a lot of just a fun couple, but July's gonna be heavy. We're gonna be talking about infertility. And I spoke to
Oh, snap. That's going to be
I don't
heavy.
know if, Catherine's in here, but I had a conversation with one of the guests. You know, just like getting to know, understand her story.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was on the verge of tears the whole. It was a lot. It was a lot, and it just made me realize it is what I wish. I wish that the revelations that I think a lot of Black people, or at the very least, I won't speak for everybody, but I know that I have of recognizing my own privilege. I have those revelations, even as a Black woman. I'm still able-bodied. That's a privilege. The fact that I've not, the world caters and assumes that you're gonna have children. That's kind of like an assumption that people just make. Even when they're like, when are you gonna have kids? And they're
Especially
all
like when you
uterus.
grow up, you never think about it until that
That's what
time
I'm
does
saying.
come.
Yeah, that kind of assumption.
It's pressure.
Yeah, it's pressure. And so when I was talking to her, it convicted me to realize my own ignorance about stuff that I just have never had experience with. And I think that's sometimes when you wish white people would like sit in the moment and like realize I'm not like challenging you just to challenge you. There's like a true privilege here that you should like kind of check and educate yourself.
Josh, you gotta fit me up in this. I forgot last week. I'm basically trying to wear a black person's shirt every day I come on Tuesday, and I want to put a dope picture on my Instagram every time. This is not mine. I just be eating stuff. I don't even.
Is that the lid?
I don't even know why. And I don't even like oatmeal like that. Ouch. Can I
Okay,
have
you
some
ready?
coffee?
Yeah, if you want to be lit.
Unless you keep drinking it. You say you're not gonna drink it.
I know, and then I keep
You wanna know
thinking
something funny? So Melissa made strawberry Moscato
Joshua.
pound cake, right?
Bomb.
So she soaked the
Y'all got
strawberry.
my number.
I know, you need to
I'm
pull
tired
up.
of hearing about these lists makes me
Joshua.
not being able to taste it in real time.
Listen to me carefully.
Let me tell you the funny part first.
Okay.
So the strawberries are soaked in Moscato and Saint Germain, right? So she made icing for the boys and then the strawberries for me and her,
I made homemade icing.
right?
Come on, homemade icing?
So Melissa,
Sorry.
you're messing up my timing. So then the boys call alcohol medicine, right? Because we used to when they were young, we'd get drinks at the restaurants and they'd be like, they'd be like, can I taste yours? I'd be like, no, it's got medicine in it. You can hit it in medicine in it. So that's what they say, right? So Isaiah wanted the strawberries. He's like, oh, can I have strawberries? And we're like, no, that's not for you. And Jesse was like, you got medicine in that? And he was like, why would you put medicine in strawberries?
Strawberries?
Melissa was like, I got regular strawberries for you guys. But he was so hurt. Like, you guys are putting medicine in everything now.
You can't have nothing.
I just want to have strawberries.
Well, you know I like strawberries. Why would you?
His little heart was
I
so
can literally see his face just change.
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
Everything. All right, ready, Dave? Mommy, everything we have in here is probably stale now.
Not probably. Most definitely.
We really had just planned to start working in the office every day. Remember that? Sam?
We were just still building the office because we had just moved in. Not even 8 weeks before. What was it? 6
It's
weeks?
just storage.
That's literally turning into I felt that when I started moving the furniture in
We
there.
gotta call the 1-800 drunk people and get this crap out of here. This big table, there's gonna be no reason for it. And this furniture,
Are we kind of as it? Well, because I could build like a Gauzy tape set.
you can have whatever you want, but whatever you don't want, we gotta get rid of.
Okay. I might use that desk.
So
And
how would you
the
think?
furniture might be a wrap.
I don't think it fit. It was for the way the
There's literally no. I mean, I don't know.
Alright, you ready, Dave? I wanna have break time before I gotta do here thing. Are you okay? Are you ready?
Let me pull up the pads. I think this is Thrive. This it is. So let me pull up her email. Because I asked that one. We had a phone call with the Thrive people, and I don't know. I gotta figure out how people feel about this. But she was talking about how their organization was given to all these COVID people
What is Thrive?
the like pantry delivery type service. You know the lobster tails that we got? As a matter of fact, I need to cook them.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But it's from them. They do like delivery service.
Got it.
And the peanut honey. What is it called? Dang, I gotta look it up because now I don't remember it. Anyways, she was talking about like their organization gives to COVID, and I literally told that woman, I think that's wonderful that you guys are giving to COVID-19. That is something that like is affecting, you know, the entire globe. But one thing that's really important to me specifically is Black Lives Matter.
What did she say?
So I would like to know if you guys have any efforts where you're giving specifically to any Black Lives Matter movement. And she was like, yes. thank you for asking. Actually, yes, and I can send you the information on it. And I was like, I'm happy you was with the shenanigans right now, because I may have told
Say
you.
something else.
Mm-hmm. I
No.
was like, okay, let's.
I'm like, dang, this COVID changed you.
This coffee's got your boom.
Okay. But I need to look up her statistics because they have like a matching program. Can you hand me my purse? Because I need to pull up the email. Thank you, Joshua. I was asking you. Thank you.
My phone was over here the whole time.
Here we go. Black Lives Matter donation. Okay, so they're giving $50,000 to Black Lives Matter. In addition, Your Rights Camp, isn't that what you call it? Or is it Know Your Rights? What's called Kaepernick?
I think he's Know Your Rights.
Know Your Rights, okay. So I don't know what Your Rights Camp, Legal Defense Fund. Dark market match, they're monetary to the one organization. They're at $62,000 as of early June. Oh wow. Mr. Listo?
Yeah.
You know what I should do? I should take a photography class on Skillshare. Like an
What
intro
about
to
that?
photography Skillshare. Maybe I'll do that. Alright, I'm ready. I did all that. You'll be okay. Okay, I took a picture of it so I don't have to go through my emails. That is been introducing everyone to Silas. Okay. But I don't need 16 less than 16 years is what I need. Y'all can go away. I need this. No, I need this. Sure. Why not? Don't need that. Okay.
What's happening?
I'm excited.
Are you gonna read them all?
Read all of
The things?
the ads. Well, if
No,
there's
no, the question, the things we learned.
we can. I think it just depends on how far we get.
Ready?
If it's feeling like it's a good conversation.
Conéctate. That way they can hear the good clean microphone is.
Oh, I should take this out.
Oh.
That looks. Yuck.
It does look yuck, but it tastes good. Whoever decided the right amount of brown sugar for this did a great job.
The Love Hour, take one.
Deep Devour, take one.
Forever. Is this not in your frame? Is it, Josh?
What?
This late? Is it in your frame?
No, it's pretty much like mid-table up.
Okay, cool.
Are you ready? I'm way too excited right now. This is what happens when you have coffee on an empty stomach. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Hello. Welcome.
How you jump in like
Welcome
that?
to the Love Hour podcast. I'm your host, Miss Kev on stage, and I had this much coffee this morning, and it has made me on 10. So we're just going to go with it.
Hello.
If this is your first time joining us, my name is Melissa, or otherwise known as Miss Kev on stage. I am your host, and I'm joined by my husband and co-host.
The Kev on stage.
And today, we do not have a guest. We haven't had a guest in a while.
We had a guest last week.
No, we haven't not had a guest.
Oh.
Maybe I said it wrong, but I meant just the two of us.
No, we haven't not had a guest.
We haven't not had a guest in a while.
You did coffee or cocaine? This woman would be out of here if she did a snort of cocaine.
I think it's number one, we didn't.
She's like, what's happening?
I think we ate the leftovers yesterday. By the way, I made a delicious meal for Father's Day.
You did. You made fried chicken,
Fried chicken,
cabbage,
fried cabbage.
rice.
Rice was regular. Ain't nobody excited
You
about
good
the
rice.
It
No,
was
no,
good rice.
you need good rice.
No,
And
yeah.
then a pound cake
I made a
and deviled eggs.
I did make deviled eggs. Smoked deviled eggs were pretty good. But I made a Moscato soaked strawberry pound cake situation. I don't know what to call it. Anyway, I got the inspiration from Darius Cook. Shout out to you, Darius. But he doesn't have the recipe on his website, so shout out to you, Darius Cooks. So,
Whisper to you,
yes.
Darius.
So I had to like scour the YouTube of culinary school to find a recipe I thought would be good, and I found this lady. Her name is Cooking with Carolyn or Cooking with Caroline. I think it's Carolyn actually. And I was like, her recipe looks good. She has a lot of views, and people seem to like it. So I went with that recipe, and it was amazing.
It was.
It was so good, and to the point where I made it on Sunday. Today's only Tuesday, so I can't give a really great example. But if you know pound cake, you know that the day after sometimes it'd be dry and dense and like a brick.
Yeah.
And we ate it yesterday. It was still moist. It was so very good.
It was good, man. Nobody wants dry pound cake.
No, and
I was thinking of saying coochie and I didn't, and you got it without me even
I
saying
know,
it.
but I didn't get it. I was like, hold on. And then I looked at Joshua. Yeah.
You want that coochie moist too.
All the, and according to Goody Howard,
Goody Howard,
shout out to
I want to
Goody.
thank you for the weekend.
If you are on it, listen, this episode's about to be everywhere. We do have something planned, but right now, just let me get this coffee out my system. We had
This is
a
on drugs. This is literally, first for y'all who can't see, she literally had like
I know, but
this
it's a
much
lot.
coffee.
Well,
I'm
isn't
looking
it-
at the thing and it's still full.
I know, but when it's bigger, don't they put more caffeine in it?
I don't know.
Is that
but
true?
I'm glad you never did drugs. You are a lightweight.
No,
You're
but
like,
what
who
I-
needs drugs?
I know.
Coffee, man.
Wait,
Put
wait.
it in my face. Heroin.
Wait, because don't distract me. What I was gonna say is that because we ate leftovers yesterday for lunch, I didn't have a true dinner, and so I was hungry already.
No, we ordered California Pizza Kitchen last night. You
I only had a
and
salad.
a pizza, and then you just didn't eat the pizza.
But that's the point, is that I went to bed kind of hungry.
Melissa's always hungry. If you guys don't,
That's
know.
not true. I'm not always hungry.
You don't be eating nothing.
No, but I'm not always hungry. My appetite is just small. I would very much like to not be a part of this narrative. Anyway, the point is that it was amazing, and I was like super, super excited about it because it was really good, and I was excited. But today we do not have any guests, And the reason why is because it is I'm going to try to make this a thing, like the episode that comes out the week of our wedding anniversary, to allow us the opportunity to reflect back on the lessons we've learned.
Yeah.
So this episode will come out on Thursday, the 25th, and our anniversary is on the 26th. So it'll be the very next day. And we will be celebrating 16 years of marriage. High five to that.
That's a long time. That's 20 years. No, 20 years together.
20 years together,
Yeah.
16 years married, which is a long time considering we're 30.
I'm 37.
Okay.
You are not yet
I'm
37.
36.
Don't be trying to jump on my age.
No, I just forget how old I am.
You're
so
10
I'm
weeks behind me.
May, June, July. Okay, that's probably right.
Let's just drink her coffee like this.
Coffee just hits different when you're on an empty stomach.
And you're
That's not
tiny.
true. And I am tiny.
It's total aside. I be bragging on Melissa, right? All the time. Somebody said, you just reminded me of this, and I don't know why I'm talking about it. Maybe I'll regret it. We'll decide after. Somebody was like, would you brag on your wife if she wasn't a size 2?
Oh, I know. I did see
I
that.
was like, guys, please, just leave me alone. I don't know. She's been this size for her whole life. That's all I've known. I'm sure I would be proud of her, whatever she was. Why? What am I supposed to say to that? Yes, if my wife would do honor, I would love her.
Yes.
No, if my wife would not do honor, of course I would be proud of my wife. She was a size 20.
Yes, that is the correct
but
answer.
why are you thinking about this? You saw a video of me saying my wife is beautiful. You'd be like, but what if she was big? Then she would still be beautiful.
Just let me live.
I don't want to get canceled.
I was listening to NPR
That's that Coke.
Code
is
Switch,
drunk.
NPR Code Switch this morning, and the lady was talking about in March.
I dislocated.
Sorry. She wrote an article and predicted all of the riots and stuff for right now. She said that we had all the necessary ingredients in spades, was like literally what she said, to allow for what's happening right now. And she predicted it back in March.
She's a prophet? She's YPJ?
No, she's like a social scientist
There was
researcher.
another guy, I saw an article, a guy posted, I don't know if it was a scientist, but he said the same thing. Like, through historical data, we were on par for
this
a
moment.
revolution. Yeah.
I don't know why that made me excited, but as I was listening to it, I was like, oh man. That's all I have
Okay,
right now.
let's go to your note.
Okay, so today is our anniversary episode where we're gonna discuss and talk about the very last
How
one.
many notes do you have?
A lot. We're gonna talk about specifically the last year,
Yes.
but even more specifically this year, like the year of 2020, and the lessons that this year has taught us.
Yes.
Okay, and then we don't need to stop to do an ad, right?
No.
Okay.
Really?
It's been 8.
Been 8?
40 now.
Of nothing?
Coke top.
Coke.
Narcos.
Powder.
It has.
You want to do one or two before you do the ad? Or
I
you
could
wanna
do one right now.
Okay.
You said it's about time, right? Okay. So before we actually get started on the lessons that we've learned, we want to tell you about Skillshare, a place where you can learn tons of lessons. And we have definitely shared some of the things that we've learned on there. And I've just decided, since they offer so many different workshops, everything from graphic design, illustration, photography, productivity, freelance, entrepreneurship, interior design, like literally everything. I've decided to take a photography course on there. I'll tell you guys about it during the next time that they are sponsoring the podcast, because I keep saying I want to do outfits of the day, but every time I do them, things just be looking
Josh are
off.
the same person. They be looking at it and it's like, it's not perfect. This is dumb. I shouldn't do this. Bye. I not make content no more. Nobody loves me. I am small.
Yes, these are facts. But I feel like if
Then when y'all really do it, it'd be amazing stuff.
yeah, but I feel like if I can sit down and have someone teach me via Skillshare, then it'll give me the confidence to do it correctly the next time. And I'm just one of those
that.
people that like to give me all the knowledge, give me all the information. Like, let me oversaturate myself in all the information, then I'll feel confident in doing it. So I'm going to take the photography one. Join me. And then let's do a photography challenge. We should do a photography challenge, Joshua.
Let's do it.
Okay.
That's the class I'm taking too on Skillshare.
And then,
The photography one? Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
then I can repurpose that in the idea that I told you about.
Oh, yeah, that's a great
All
idea.
right, man.
Yeah, you did.
It's settled.
Okay, let's do it. Join us. Explore your creativity and get 2 months free of premium membership at Skillshare.com/lovehour.
Love hour.
That's 2 whole months of unlimited access to thousands of classes for free. Get started and join today by heading to Skillshare.com/lovehour.
Love hour.
That's 2 free months of unlimited access to thousands of classes at Skillshare.com/lovehour. Okay. The very first lesson that we've learned over the last 16 years, and very specifically in this last year of our marriage, at least for me, some of these are both of ours, some of these are like very specifically to me, and some of them are very specifically to Kevin. And I think this one might be both of us. Emotional support is real. And what I mean by that is, more than any other year, I feel like my emotions, even more lately, but specifically this year, my emotions have been all over the place. Highs, lows, middle of the road, super motivated, completely sad, just all over the place with everything that's happened. And then when you look at and think about just what this year has represented, and we're only in June. Like, do you guys remember the good times of January, from January 1st to January 25th?
Good times.
Like, though the possibilities for 2020 between January 1st and January 25th, they were just limitless.
Ever since Isaiah texted me about Kobe, it's been all down.
And that was on the 26th. Yeah, seriously.
Literally, that was even before the racism office.
That's what literally. We were looking at 2020 with wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, rose-colored glasses.
2020 is like, you MFers don't even know.
Listen. I mean, it was
I
just.
feel January 2020, haven't heard that month in years. Dang.
Oh my goodness. And so the need for me to have someone that, I got emotional, but the need to have someone that is as, I want to talk to you, as stable. Oh, don't cry, because you're going to make me cry.
I'm not crying. Am I?
Yes.
This is the worship music earlier.
No. To be as like literally a rock in stability that you represent for me, when I'm just like, I don't want to do it, and then you're just like doing this to me, like we have to like keep going. It's okay.
All
Okay,
right.
we can stop right now. You can rest, but then like you have to get up. To be that for me, and like in the midst of the total and complete and utter turmoil that has been 2020. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I want to say that I've never needed that sense of like rock and foundation and stability, not stableness. I've never needed that as much as I have in this last year. So thank you for being that.
You know, it's funny that our personality differences are needed for different parts. Like, my compress and move on isn't always a good quality, but when we lost the house and both the conferences, you were just like, okay, I will shrivel up and I cannot do nothing. And we really couldn't like do nothing, but you didn't have the capacity. So I was like, my ability to not feel and be a robot allowed us to like move forward in that moment. And then there's always so many instances where your personality parts strengthen me where I'm weak, you know? So that's why I feel like that's why life is easier and better for me when you're married, because this person, helps you, like, I'll tell you a little bit about this later, the week I had in my birthday and my real dad and stuff. It's too tender to talk about right now, but I needed you to be like, you can't do it like that, kid. You gotta And I was like, I don't want to. Everybody's against me. I will defeat all the enemies. And you were like, you cannot do.
Yeah.
You cannot do, you know, and that's the give and take of marriage, right? And sometimes it's part of your personalities that we don't like.
Yeah.
That you need in that time. And I think, you know, we'll get to this later in the things, but that's the beauty of marriage, and then not having to do these things alone.
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes you just want somebody else to be there with you to say, man, this sucks.
Yes.
And then them just to echo, like, this does suck.
Yes.
Like, you are not tripping. And that's one of the things I've been learning, to just be like, bro, this sucks. No more adding, no more this and that. Just agree with me that this
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
You know, so.
It allows you to feel your feelings. And the problem is that where I might want to take 18 days to like feel my feelings and like just be sad, it may, you know, you're very quick to move on, but somewhere along the way, you've not just taken one. You say, okay, Melissa needs a little more time. She wants 15, but I'm gonna give her 5. Right. And then we got to get up and keep going. And that's helped me to not take, 14 days to get over it.
Right.
And even yesterday, we finally hit, over 1,000 registrants for the Love Hour conference. Thank you to everyone who has registered. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. And it was really like, I don't know, a full like, this is successful. It's not what you wanted, but things are going well enough given the circumstances that you were given. Be happy and like sit in that moment instead of dwelling on what could have been, because the fact of the matter is it will never be.
And so the funny thing is, you were that for me too. Like for the tour, I was like, I ain't going back on tour until I can be sold out, and like I used to be. And you said, Kev, but a sell out might be 50% or 75%. And while that's true, what it really helped me to realize, it's kind of crazy that it helped me to realize it before you did, is that we can't look at this year and the future as if going back to normal of what it will be. It's how do we adjust to what it is going to be? Not what we used to think it was, not what we think it might be, but what it actually is.
What it actually is.
And that helped me to realize, like, man, I might not even go on tour at all this year. If I do, it'll be greatly different. I might not make the money. I might not even be able to sell. All these things might be different. And that's not always bad.
No.
You know what I mean? Because in some ways, we learn good things that we will need as well. So.
Yeah.
So yes, there.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready for number 2?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, sometimes the pause is necessary to reconnect.
This one is so true for me. I was just thinking this morning, I meant to tweet it. I have not used my suitcase in like.
Remember suitcases? The airport?
In like, what is this? Almost July, going on almost 4 months.
Yeah.
I can't, even before we toured crazy, I would have at least a Saturday that when I was baby Kev on stage, 3 weekends out the month, I'd go at least one day and come back Sunday morning. And even outside of that, like we would go somewhere.
Yeah.
We would go on vacation. Like we put our suitcases in the garage when we moved to this house, and they have not moved.
At all.
I mean, I've been going in there and taking stuff out, like extra flosser, you know what I'm saying? Like, and at first I remember the first 2 weeks when we were off, me and Tahir was like, oh, let's just do these things because we'll probably be back on April 1st. No. And then it was like, because we were forced to slow down, you are forced to look at things that you would not have had to look at before. Right. Like our current the pace we were currently going at was more than likely too fast.
Yeah.
Right? This one girl tweeted, I don't even know her, I don't even know how it came on my timeline, but she was like, I think we don't understand that the pace we were all moving at was not sustainable.
It wasn't.
Right? For our marriage, there were some underlying things that were not being addressed because of the pace.
Right.
Because of the routine, because of parenthood, right? Eventually they were going to come out.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Boys are going to be done in our lives soon. Isaiah's starting high school. Next thing you know, he's going to be starting college, right? So that was going to remove some of the pace.
Right.
But the problem is, this is like an untreated symptom.
Absolutely.
Right? So it's kind of like when you have a sickness, the best thing you can do is catch it early. Later on, you would have built some resentment because you were gotten used to something for years
Right.
that you'd only really been gotten used to for either months or maybe a year or two, right? So having to sit down and literally not be able to go anywhere and having to really look at yourself in the mirror and look at your marriage in the mirror and look at how you've acted and how you and the habits
Yes.
you've accumulated and how you haven't addressed it and you haven't had to address them because of the pace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of our lives, and really in so many ways, a lot of our life changed
Yeah.
over the year. Everyone, but I mean like us specifically, our business model, you know, even our relationships with friends, like stuff changed, you know. So I hesitate to say I'm grateful for the virus because I don't mean it to come out like that. However, what I mean is without this, you know, complete standstill,
Absolutely.
there's things we would not have addressed in our marriage that I think are going to be important for the next phase of our life.
Right.
You know, I feel like things are going to get better eventually and we'll move into more success. And it's kind of like, I don't know if you remember early in our marriage, early, when we were dumb, playmakers dumb, and we had flown this girl out to see our play.
Okay.
Remember this?
No.
Okay. Name was, I won't say her name. I don't even know if that was her name. She was big in the play world from Detroit.
Okay.
And,
Oh, I do remember. I do.
Okay. Flew her out. She loved our play. So she was like, I'm taking y'all on tour. I immediately bought Melissa a laptop that was filled with
Yep.
viruses. $500.
I was so mad.
Thing never worked. As soon as you open it, and bought it from a friend. And I gave it to her like, obviously, I'm going to be on the road now.
Yes.
We're going to need to be able to talk to you. Here's your own laptop. And I thought we were going to be on tour.
And we were not.
And we did not move anywhere. The laptop never worked. I was just out of $500. And then I realized later that I didn't even have the integrity, I didn't have the necessary skills
Sure.
to even sustain going on tour at that time in our marriage. So it was a blessing that it didn't work out. And I think I'm praying that God has allowed our marriage to repair some of the things that were broken or missing so that as the next phase happens, we can do it together.
Right.
As opposed to me doing things the way I've been doing them my whole life, which is I'll do it myself, right? That wasn't sustainable, but there was no reason to change,
Yeah.
right? Or I wouldn't listen to the reasons for change. And now that it's become painfully obvious, even therapy, like I wouldn't have even gone to that as much if it weren't for this. And even the doggone pandemic removed one of the, I going to the office is like, it's far. Now because of Zoom, I really can literally just go in the garage and do it. And low key, therapy has been helping our marriage leaps and bounds.
Yes.
And it's just not even like marriage therapy. It's personal.
Because you show up better.
You show up better. And you realize the things in therapy, the way you treat everyone is also reflected in your marriage.
Absolutely.
Right? So again, I just wouldn't have done that
Right.
without that. So the slowdown was necessary, but we got it now, Lord. We learn our mistakes.
But I want to encourage people that if you are having a hard time, because I know even sometimes I get really anxious about, okay, I'm ready to go back to life. Like, you will never have this opportunity to reconnect with your family members like this, probably ever again.
Yeah.
Like, there will be no other time where you really can you're just at home looking at each other. So like really trying to make sure that we're taking advantage of this time, because once it's gone and life is back to normal and you start getting into those old habits, you'll never have this opportunity again.
No.
So just making sure that we're taking the opportunity to kind of cherish these moments for what they are. They're rare and you may not get them again. The next one, honesty, while uncomfortable, is required for growth. I think this is probably one of the biggest lessons that we've had, which is, if we're going to sit down and we're going to talk and we're going to have true communication about what's going on in our marriage, what's going on with me personally, what's going on with you personally, you have to be honest. And sometimes that feels like a challenge. Sometimes you want to be defensive. Sometimes you want to attack, and you have to sit there, take it, because that's the only way that you're going to grow.
Yes. So for a person like me who's competitive, I want to win in everything. And I want to win. I'm tired of losing. I want to win. Taking that ideology into marriage is not healthy.
Yes.
Right? And
unless your competition is the you yesterday.
right. And go ahead and say what you're saying, because I lost it.
Oh.
Honesty while comfortable is
Yeah.
required for growth. There's nothing harder than to hear a truth about yourself that you know is true, and your partner is not saying it from an angry place, but is really telling you in a way that you can be better, and having to sit with that, like, this is actually a weak spot for me.
Right.
And I have to own that, and I have to get better, and it's not necessarily a quick fix.
Right.
So that's why people always say marriage is hard work. Like, a lot of that is inner work.
Most of it is inner work. I think the reason, not only is like the reconciling of two lives and figure out like, okay, this is me, this is you, how do we become we? What does that look like? That is hard. But part of that is making sure that I am, again, showing up as the best version of myself. I'm showing up in the way that I want to show up, in the way that you need me to show up.
Yeah.
Making sure that happens. That's internal. That's all self-work. That's inner work. And that's why even going to couples therapy obviously is very important, but even more important than that is going to your own personal therapy to get that personal development and figure out the root causes and issues of why you're acting and doing the things that you're doing, so you can have a more productive conversation with your spouse.
And it's also like hard to realize you have been trashed in this way.
Yes.
Like, to really, I remember the other day there was this thing on Twitter. It was like, ask your spouse or girlfriend or how have you been misogynist, right? And then listen to them. And Melissa, for her to tell me like, no, this way and that way, and just be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to be bad or
Right.
wrong. Nobody wants to here's the ways that you hurt me. Here's the ways where you have been careless or condescending or whatever that is. But if you don't do that, like if you don't own that part of your process, then you're really being unfair to yourself, and you're being unfair to your partner.
Absolutely.
And therefore to your children. One of the things I learned in therapy, we have this thing called shadow work. I feel like we talked about it.
We
already
have.
before.
I love this. Say it.
And she was saying how if you don't do the shadow work, and shadow work is basically, the sun shines on you, but it always casts a shadow, right? So everybody has some parts of them that they need to work on. And if you don't do that, you're just going to pass it off into your children.
Right.
So one thing I carry is I don't need help.
Yes.
I don't want help. I can do it on my own, right? I've never said this to my sons, right? Never said I don't need your help overtly. I do say I got it. So when I'm struggling with the trash, Joe will be like, hey, you need help? I'll be like, I got it. Struggling like crazy. Then I realized Joe started to do that. And it's because he's seen me.
Absolutely.
So he'll struggle. This little strong boy
Yes, he did.
literally picked up a love seat and put it up and from the living room where it was, sitting, pushed it all the way, and then up the steps.
It was just
by
one
himself,
step, but still.
right? And it's a heavy thing. It's
Yeah.
not light.
Yes, he did.
And I'm like, how did you do this? And he was like, oh, I just did this, blah, blah, blah. And I realized I watch him struggle to do stuff now because I've said so many times in my life, I don't need help.
Yep.
And now he internalized, I don't need help. So now I'm working to undo that, because even small things like that, they grow into like, I don't need help in the trash or this or in life. And now it's hard to ask for help.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I'm trying to break in my life. And if I don't, now he's only 11,
Yeah.
right? And I'm trying to undo that. But if he went his whole 18, 19, 20, I have now passed on a negative trait of myself to him.
Yep.
Unknowingly,
Yeah.
right? So I'm glad I can change it now. And I am adjusting. And I can actually say, Joe, it's okay to help. Yes, I do need your help.
Yes.
And because he's so young, maybe he forgets all the bad parts of me and remembers the good stuff. But I can remind myself that I can change that in him, right? But that first takes me acknowledging it and then realizing it and then changing my behavior so that I don't pass off the negative parts of me to him. And that's even more of a reason to do the self-work. It's more of a benefit, I should say. But I really had to do it for myself. And then because you end up passing off the trauma of your life. And he doesn't even end up having the root reason for why I had that.
No.
He just does it because he saw me
you
do it. I actually have a root reason that we'll talk about in another episode that I figured out in therapy, which was crazy. Let me tell you what therapy teaches you, Josh. Your doggone childhood.
The root of everything.
Boy, when I tell you, it always comes back to that. In some way or another, things you did not realize were like pivotal moments that just felt like moments in passing
Shape
were
you.
like shaping moments. And that's not even like in my instance, even when it didn't come out of malice or intentional pain, it's shaping. Now, even if you did actually have that or some emotional trauma stuff, then it's just going to be magnified.
Right.
But you don't realize how one conversation, it's kind of like that Talladega Nights, like Ricky Bobby's dad said, you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah.
High one day, and the dude really lived his life like that. And it's comedic, but that's what happens a lot of times.
Absolutely.
Your parents, people you look up to, the way they treat you, it shows up in your life so many ways, and you end up recreating the relationships you had or you wanted to have in so many different ways. And the worst part is you don't even know it.
Yep.
You don't even acknowledge it. And I remember my last session, I realized like, this is kind of how people who are in abusive relationships, they move on to another partner and then it ends up in the same thing because you somehow create the same dynamics in these relationships that you had in a person before.
And that's not victim blaming, by the way.
No,
Yeah.
not victim blaming at all. Please don't cancel me. Please cancel me. Please.
No,
don't
I
cancel
just want to be clear that the
Yeah.
point there is not that it's your fault.
Right. You just, because of your hurt that's not repaired, you end up unknowingly putting yourself in the same position and bringing that out of people
Yeah.
or whatever. And I'm realizing in every way, and therapists, they think they're so clever. They never just say, this is why. They're like, anybody, do you think that is why? Do you
Yeah.
think it could be because of this? And I'd be like, but you knew that. Don't
Yeah.
be asking questions to get me to say it. They're like, but then if I just tell you the answer, you cannot come and pay me weekly.
One thing that you can spend your money on that would actually help you is a grocery service. I want to tell you about Thrive. They can help you get high quality organic and non-GMO groceries delivered to your door for a lot less than you're paying right now and help out families in need. Listen, for every ad sponsor that we have on the podcast, and I'm going to take a little bit of time on this one so y'all can get me in the comments if you want to. We have a conversation with one of their representatives and we talk about the brand. And I got on a phone call with Thrive, and the representative was talking about how they're doing a lot of things, again, in the community, helping those. And I was like, okay, so listen, that is really cute. I really love that you guys are doing all the things in the community. But as a Black woman, what's important to me is Black Lives Matter. So in all of your giving, are you giving to Black Lives Matter? And the woman was with the shenanigans, y'all. She said, yes, ma'am, Miss Pam. I'm Miss Pam in this instance. We are giving to the Black Lives Matter movement. And I was like, bet. Sign me up. So I want to tell you guys specifically a little bit about what they're doing. And then, of course, I'll tell you about what we got from the delivery service. Co-founders Nick, Sasha, and Gunnar are starting their giving by donating $50,000 to the Black Lives Matter movement. They also have within internally, they have a employee type donation where they will match the monetary donations 2-to-1. And currently, as of early June, they were at about $62,000. So shout out to you, Thrive, for being with the shenanigans. And I feel like, especially when we are all looking for ways to be active and get active, and sometimes we don't always have the monetary resources to buy your groceries and to donate. I get that. That's just the reality of life. And so if you can support a brand that you know is also supporting movements and causes that are near and dear to your heart, 2 birds, 1 stone, or $1. So what did we do? We supported Thrive. I got some scallops. I got some lobster tails. They have all types of groceries on here, but I was like, listen, my grocery store doesn't have good seafood. Y'all seem to have good seafood. Send it to my house. So it is in my freezer right now. I will be using it. I was going to make it for Father's Day, but I forgot to take the fish out, so don't judge me. But I will be using it. It was delivered to my house. They had it nicely sealed. It was cold. It was fresh, good to go. Thank you, Thrive, for making it easy for me as a woman and mama on the go. Try Thrive Market and become a member risk-free. Go to thrivemarket.com/lovehour. Join today and you'll get $20 in shopping credit toward your first order. That's Thrive, THRIVE, market.com/lovehour to start your free risk-free trial membership and get $20 towards your first order. thrivemarket.com/lovehour.
Love hour.
And while we're all talking about what you what were we talking about? Making your life easier is what we were talking about. While we're talking about things that you could do to make your life easier, we want to shout out Blue Chew.
Make your penis hard easier.
Make your get to a harder penis easier.
Yeah, blow some backs out.
Listen to me carefully, y'all. If you attended my conversation with Goody Howard, we all know that pleasure is your birthright. You deserve, we deserve all the things to include pleasure. And one of the things to get there is through an erection. And if you're not getting the erection that you deserve in these quarantine times, child, I'm going to need you to try some Blue Chew. All right. Right now, we've got a special deal for our listeners. Y'all know what it is. BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use promo code LOVE. All you're going to do is pay $5 for shipping. That's blue, like the color, BLUE, chew.com. Promo code LOVE. Try it for free. Just pay $5 for shipping. Y'all know we love Blue Chew.
And we love hard penises.
And you deserve a hard penis.
The strongest penis. Your penis will be a bodybuilder. Be like, where the coochie at? Where the coochie at? I'm up in here.
And if you need it, it's your responsibility to ask for it. Get Blue Chew. Which brings me to my next point. If you need something, it's your responsibility to ask. And if they ask for it, don't make them feel like they're always asking for something. I actually would say this is something that we struggled with as I've gone through my own Just Say It campaign, and I was like trying to say all the things and like, let me get this out so we can deal with it and talk about it and work with it. I realized you can like word vomit and it becomes too much. And so I would feel like, and this is why I can't say anything. Like I have to like help him and like protect him and make sure he's okay. So let me not say all the things. And then Kevin would be like, no, tell me, because I want to fix it. But then I would see like deflation. And so it was like this, I don't know, this weird kind of dance of like, I don't know, I want to say something, but I can't say something. I want you to say something, but also please don't say anything. It was just weird kind of dance. And so trying to find the correct balance of ensuring the things that are important to me, and not just me, but important to you as well, that we both have the space to say, these are the areas in which I need you to show up for me different. These are the areas in which I need you to show up for me better. These are the areas in which you are not showing up for me at all, and I need you to. Yeah. Having those type of like honest conversations, again, they facilitate growth. They help to prevent resentment from settling in, but it also, if I need you to do things different, it's my responsibility to say something. Otherwise, I have this resentment for all of these unspoken needs that I've never said to you.
Yeah, and also what you do is you hold people accountable for stuff you've never told them.
Right.
And you feel like they should be better. And also what happened in our instance, you don't say something about this or this or this. So when you finally say something, it's so much to take in, and the person receiving it doesn't even know where to start.
Right.
As opposed to what I feel like you've been doing better at is, hey, actually, for me, I do so many things wrong. I would like you to point them out as they go along, so I can remember, okay, this is what she said for that. And it doesn't feel like you've been holding in things for months or years, and then you hit me with all that at once, as opposed to, okay, hey, when you do this, it makes me feel like that. And I'm, oh, okay, that's not my intention, or that was my intention, didn't know it made you feel that way, blah, blah, blah. And then I can make adjustments on the fly, you know? So it's kind of like coaching in a sport. It's like waiting to the whole end of the game to say, oh, you did this wrong, that wrong, that wrong. Like you throw an interception, come over, let's talk about what you saw. Here's what you did, here's what you did, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, now you can make adjustments on the fly as opposed to at the end of the game. Right. You know, and where it's more. And then it feels like, because for me, I'm words of affirmation boy. And when you have to tell me, you know, X amount of things that I've done wrong, it's negative words of affirmation. Right. So telling me a thing here or two makes it more.
I don't think negative words of affirmation is a thing, but I understand.
Yeah. Words of deformation. Formation, song by Beyonce. But telling me as you go along makes it more manageable, right? Because a lot of times in marriage, if the thing in life, if the thing seems too big to tackle, you just avoid it altogether, right? You're like, you know what, I messed up so many different things. I can't even begin to do anything right, so forget the whole thing. Kind of like that video I made today. The lady smacked herself in the face with that band. It was like, you know what, working out's stupid. Yeah, it is. Right? And that's what it feels like in marriage because you don't want to do the hard work. So I definitely can say that you have worked diligently to do that. And what I have to do right, then is not make you feel a way about saying it.
Yeah.
Right? So I have to let you know that this is a safe space with which to share your stuff. Because before I used to huff and puff, and then it's like in your mind, I could see you being like, and this is why I don't say nothing. Because every time I say something, you go off the deep end, and anybody saying all that. I'm just saying this one thing, you feel like, you know, the whole sky's falling. So again, that's why I say it has to be, you know, your own self-work that you're also working on. And I remember telling you one night a while ago, like, I have to work on being a soft landing spot for your feelings. Otherwise, then I've basically created the behavior in you that I don't want. Right. Which is something else I learned in therapy. A lot of times you do something and you create relationships with people that you don't want, but you set them up that way.
Sure, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? By the way you react, and the way you insert yourself into stuff, and then people will respond based off that, and now you're in the same scenario. So
that's good.
Yeah, I'm having a good episode. But the thing is, you kind of got to be like conscious at all times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't really float through marriage. And if you're not having any issues in your marriage, it's probably more because somebody's not being honest.
Yeah.
Or both people are not being honest, as opposed to your marriage is just that perfect. Because that's not realistic.
And I think that was probably one, even associated with this, one of the things that I've learned is that I have to be responsible for my own happiness.
Yeah.
And so if I need you to do things differently, I can't wish and then complain and never have actually said something.
Yes.
That's not enough. I actually...
And I'm going to interrupt you here. The person who doesn't know or hear just living life.
Right.
Which infuriates you. Because you should know I'm not happy,
Right.
but you don't say it. They just over here skipping,
and
doing double dutch, and you're like, you over here having a grand old time, and you done pissed me off, and they don't know. And I be like playing FIFA, like, you good? Mm-hmm. Okay, go. You know what I mean? Like, which is infuriating.
Right.
But you haven't
it helps-
actually said anything.
Right. And it helps to, your silence helps to reinforce whatever negative narrative you're replaying in your mind.
Ruminating.
Yeah. And so you create, and then you have all of this evidence, seemingly evidence that supports your theory.
Yes.
But it's really your silence that's causing all of this. So I had to own.
Oh, that is so true. It even hit me on another level.
What?
In your mind, right? In your mind, you are the preacher and the choir.
Yes.
So your mind doesn't go and be like, bro, you tripping.
Right.
Your mind be like, yes.
No one said an objection.
No, it's your mind. Your mind is like, yes, he is tripping, girl. Like in my own mind, we all know you be tripping. They don't go against me. They be like, yeah, Carol, she do be tripping. What you finna do about it? Nothing. All right, we with that too, right? So that's what happens when you actually talk to the person. Sometimes just hearing that it wasn't my intention or I didn't know that you were taking this way, I'll make an adjustment. Then your mind is like, well, shoot, now dang. Like now your mind has a reason to think differently.
Right.
But if it goes unchallenged, your mind will always defend and protect you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's another reason why therapy is good, because that's an unbiased person, right? And they're not even the person you may be talking about, right? Because even to my wife, whom I love, it's sometimes hard to be completely honest about how I feel because I don't want to hurt her.
Right.
But in therapy, I can talk about her how I want.
What you be saying?
I be saying amazing things. You're so great. You're so great. But what happens is the therapist can ask questions that make you realize how you've been approaching a situation incorrectly. And they have a way, at least mine does, of making it seem silly. Like something in your mind that felt so real. When it's challenged a little bit, you're like, oh, actually, I was tripping. And then your mind be like, you were, but we weren't going to tell you because we're on your side for everything. So, but if you don't speak that, no one can challenge you. And then the longer you do it, the more reinforced it is. And it becomes a stronger
that's how you
feeling.
build resentment. Now you had years of evidence. It goes back to one of my favorite episodes where we talked about This Is Us. We are them. What is that show? This is us. We are them.
You had it right. And the black mom in you was like, that ain't right. Let me mess it up. We Are Them. Can you imagine? That show would not have made it past 3 episodes. It was called, hey, y'all watch We Are Them?
But we are though. This is us where we were talking about the dynamics between Beth and Randall and how she had those years of resentment, and he was like, "That's not at all what happened."
Revisionist
history is one of my favorite lines. But again, those are the dynamics, and so we have to take ownership and responsibility of saying something. I had to take ownership and responsibility of saying something, and that's for again all relationships.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to add?
No.
All right. Last one. Marriage.
Last one?
I mean, next one.
I was like, that's not it.
No, sorry. Marriage is hard, which we don't even have to go into this a heck of a whole lot.
Penises are hard too with Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Marriage is hard.
So our penises.
And I want to be clear though, because sometimes when couples are here, and even I'm sure there will be comments in this and be like,
Somebody said We Are Them was on UPN. This is We Are Them. There's no Beth and Randall. There's Meth and Handle. Listen, we couldn't really afford the budget the NBC had, so you know what I'm saying? These people ain't in Pittsburgh.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
They're in Scranton.
Scranton. I know that there will be people in the comments that always will see. This is why I gotta stay single. This is why it ain't even worth it. But I want to be clear.
Can't get no hard penis single.
Hello?
Well, Goody Howard, you
can
absolutely
do a lot
can.
of things with single.
That thing looked like a Snickers.
It did. No, it did. Oh, you're talking about the booty.
No, that booty looked like cake.
But the penis didn't look like a Snickers.
She has them on the website.
Oh, I didn't go.
It was hungry. Why wait?
Oh,
You can stick that penis to the wall and you can get hit from the back, and it's just a dildo.
It was a very versatile
Like, which way you want it?
situation.
Like, girl, I'm
If
a
you-
suction cup. You can put me
If
on
you
the
are
ceiling.
in the
You can get up there.
Patreon listening to this and you haven't watched this, I'm not quite sure what you're doing with your life.
Vimeo. We had to put it on Vimeo. It was so crazy. Josh had to edit it. He said, "Oh my God, what y'all was doing on Zoo? That thing was on Zoo. YouTube turned it off mid-live."
They
said,
showed
"What you
it.
talking on here, Cass? It's
Shut
a chocolate
that
butt.
off.
You got a chocolate butt?
YouTube said no.
It's a whole chocolate cooch." I learned some stuff though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, she was fantastic.
The
But
Rock is
anyway,
in the building. If you've watched the episode,
You get that.
you know why the Rock. Diamonds are forever.
We.
Put that suction cup on that wall.
Oh my gosh.
Eat that coochie till it fall. Hallelujah.
We are everywhere and nowhere in this episode.
Y'all got to be
We
on the
did
Patreon,
say good
man.
things.
It's a whole nother family on the Patreon.
It really is.
You're missing out on the inside jokes. I just
really-
don't know what else to tell you. It's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Okay. But what was I finna say? Marriage is hard work. And I don't say that as a way of like to steer people off, because it's really a beautiful thing. Like, it's really, really beautiful. But what in life is easy? Like, there's really nothing
Gaining weight.
in life. Well, maybe that, unless you're me.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it ain't that easy for me. But anyways, the point is that it's really a beautiful thing, and I don't want to deter people from that. But that's not to say that it does not come without its own challenges and, series of growth that you need to be the best version of yourself for yourself and then for your spouse.
Yes.
Because the same relationship characteristics that you're working on in your marriage are also going to impact your relationships with your friends, with your mom, with your siblings, at work. Those skills are transferable. And so it's not just something like, I'm just working on my marriage and that's it. These are skills that are transferable. And on a resume, you want transferable skills, okay? Did you have something you want to say?
Patreon is funny today.
What'd they
Somebody
say?
said Josh probably had to smoke a cigarette after editing that episode.
Actually, if you watch the episode, you shouldn't smoke cigarettes because it's harmful to your body.
Dry
and it
up
will
that cooch.
dry
I've been drinking
you
all type of water.
out.
You can tell.
I know. Meanwhile, I had coffee today.
Man, you got to drink your water.
You need to be drinking that episode told you how to keep your body and get it right, okay? And while we're talking about body and keeping it right, I want to tell you about Third Love.
Yeah.
I have on a Third Love bra right here, right now, because they are fabulous. They do all the things that you need a good bra to do. They do not hurt. They do not irritate. They come in. Listen, y'all. We have been socialized to believe that nude is a color. It is not.
It's something you send to your
Nude.
husband.
nude is relative to your skin tone. Okay, we all think of nude, and you know there's an image that came to your mind. But what I'm here to tell you is that Third Love has the range of nudes, which was the number one thing where I was like, okay, I'm here for y'all. Okay, I have completely overhauled my bras to be Third Love. I absolutely love them. I just got a testimonial from one of y'all like 3 days ago. And anytime you send me a testimonial, know that I'm sending them over to the brand. Thank you guys for supporting them, for supporting us, because they all work hand in hand. Okay. Third Love knows there's a perfect bra for everyone. So right now they're offering my listeners 15% off your first order. Go to thirdlove.com/love hour right now to find your perfect fitting bra. And I know you're wondering, how do you find your perfect fitting bra, Melissa? Because I do not know the things. They have a 60-second fit finder quiz. They'll ask you some questions. You'll answer them. And then voila. You'll be able to find your perfect fitting bra. And with that, you'll get 15% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/third. Not Third Love. That's thirdlove.com/love hour.
Love hour.
For 15% off today. One more time, thirdlove.com/love hour.
Love
Find your
hour.
perfect fitting bra. Get 15% off your first purchase and let them know Miss Kev on stage sent ya.
Yeah.
How does it go?
Oh my God.
How does it go?
Joshua.
How does it go?
I don't know what you just did, Melissa. What was that? What was that? I gotta watch another replay.
Hold on. How do you do it?
I don't know what you were trying to do. Let me watch the replay and see what you attempted.
Oh my God. How does the yaw thing go?
Yah is a sound you can do to many dances. I don't know what it is.
But there's no dance move that goes to it?
No,
How do you yaw, Joshua?
Oh, stop, Melissa. Don't ask that. Don't ask how do you yah. Cringe.
I don't know how to
Do the yah.
How do you?
You are a black mom. You are somebody's mom. You gonna get on boys. Come in here and do the yah. They're gonna be like, what are you talking about? Do the yah. I know you did it on TalkTick. Show your uncle. Come on and FaceTime your uncle. Do this. Oh, baby. Don't.
You guys are making fun of me, but I think there is a dance to yaw.
You just the list of yahs you could be doing. You could dab. Yeah. Like they just be saying that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You can do whoa, yah. You could do anything. We're here, Liz. This is us. This is our. Remember this?
The bankhead.
Bankhead bounce. You could throw it. You can pull it back in. Stay right there. Okay. But don't venture into the 21st century with the children. Don't
I
venture
can't
into
stand y'all.
new.
We're not gonna finish all these.
No, we should just do the rest on Patreon because we got a guest next week if we're not gonna get through it.
Okay, so the next one.
How many have we even got through?
Marriage is hard. We still have 10, so that means we've gone through 6.
Yeah.
Like those lists we used to say we were gonna do it.
We never get it.
Yes.
We never gonna finish it. We gotta even do a part 2 or do the rest on Patreon.
Okay, so let's just finish this out until we can stop. Okay. Don't ascribe a conclusion without giving your spouse a chance to answer. And what this means is we've all been guilty of this. I've been guilty of this. Kevin's been guilty of this. I think this is something that we both can work on. And that is finishing the book, writing it out, seeing the writing on the wall, and you've never even asked your spouse to begin with.
Man.
You've never even had the you just, okay, if I go and ask him, he gonna say that, and we go into, then I'm gonna say that, you know what, I don't even feel like I don't have all that type of energy with me right now, so let's just know.
I'm super guilty of this. And what happens is basically what you're not allowing your spouse to grow.
You're not allowing your spouse to grow.
Right? You're basing it off of previous interactions.
Yes.
Right? And some of your behavior, the spouse's behavior might have been changed or whatever. And you don't give them the opportunity to change, right? And there's been so many instances in our marriage that I've asked you something that I've already decided what your answer is going to be, especially the last 3 to 5 years. and I just asked you to confirm what I already think you're gonna say, and then when you answer differently, I am so shocked that I have to be like, oh no, okay, so you didn't hear me. What I was asking was this.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, no, that's cool. I'm like, but before you wouldn't say that. And remember one time recently, you were like, yeah, that's how I felt before, but I don't feel like that anymore. And I was like, but this is not what I told myself.
Right.
And I would have carried that forward for God knows how long, you know, had I not given you the chance to
So good.
answer, right? And I really had to eat my words a couple of times because you have been doing your own work, right? And you don't always say, "Oh, hey, Kevin, guess what?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have kind of grown in this area, right?" Because it kind of comes up in the
Pieces.
moment, in pieces, in conversation or whatever. But we're kind of always holding our spouse to the last version of them that
Sure.
we remember, and it's unfair. And you actually will be surprised. Now, of course, if you ask them and they do it, and that's one thing. But in our instances, there's been enough for me to where I'm like, let me just ask her before I even form my conclusion. Because sometimes I have formed a conclusion so hard when you answer a different way, I can't even process it.
Right.
Because I was so prepared for one answer.
Sure.
So now I'm like, let me just ask her before I form a conclusion. That way I can actually deal with it. Because then it'd be like, she lying.
Yeah.
It'd be so different than what I thought. I don't even trust that it's really how you
Right.
feel. And that's also unfair. You know what I mean?
That was good. Next one, I'm gonna run through them a little faster.
You trying to hurry up so we can finish it. We don't have enough time either way.
Okay. Parenting is hard. This goes to it. Don't describe and listen to your partner and don't describe. So right here. Parenting is hard. I think, first of all, parenting is hard, period. From the moment you have a plus sign on a pregnancy stick, like from that moment forward, parenting is hard. But specifically as your kids get older, and even more specifically in this day and age, raising Black children and having these conversations that you have to have continually.
Trash.
And they're even more, I don't know, important right now that you have. They're of more paramount that you have these conversations right now, given the climate of America. Child, throw all of it away. Throw the kids away. Throw parenting away. The manual that didn't include all of these things that we needed them to. And like, throw it all
Literally,
away.
you cannot even talk to your parents about this part because our parents didn't have as much of in-your-face conversations about racism with us because it wasn't like that
Right.
for us. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think some parents were, but I think for
I meant
because-
me and you
Yeah,
specifically.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
our
got
parents,
you. Yeah,
not
they didn't.
all Black people.
Yeah.
You know, because we also lived on military bases, which is a different world,
Right.
right? I mean, there's racism in the military, but it's not as much.
You're definitely more sheltered.
more sheltered is about because I had some bad interaction with military police too. Don't trip. Police is police.
Right.
But you know, a lot of the racism in schools didn't happen on military bases because all these kids don't have no friends either. You know what I'm saying? So we couldn't. I said all that to say I couldn't even turn to my parent. We couldn't turn to our parents for this part because they don't have no thing. And then the pandemic, nobody has lived through that. The last one was 1918 through 20. So there's no one alive that we could talk to that's not decrepit that could help us.
Decrepit. That's what
It's
he
like
went with.
like Crypt Keeper, like
I had the trainees. Harry, you did
Why are all your old people living through the zombie
every
apocalypse?
every voice is that ugly girls, Gollum, decrepit old people. It's all
It's the MIB people.
Wonga said.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
Stop running through them.
Are
You're just stopping talking because you're trying to rush through them. It's not fair.
Are you done? Exactly. Okay, next one. You're not as good as you think you are.
No, you try to reframe this, and I'm gonna
Because
say,
I didn't want you to feel like you were owning a lot.
I don't care what you're saying. I respect Black women amplify their voices. What I told Melissa to write was, you're not as good of a husband as you think you are. And that was specifically putting it like that because I was am arrogant, right? Being in this position, I'm a great person. Tall, I'm handsome, physically fit. But as a husband, right, I have a lot of work to do. when you're on this platform and people big you up, right? Because my audience, especially the Patreon and, you know, while we're watching, they are really like supportive, I'll say, right? So what happens is a lot of times that support is nourishing to the ego.
Nourishing was a good word.
Yeah, yeah. And it gives me a little bit more of like, you're doing great, right? And because I'm an egomaniac, that's perfect to hear. Now, when my wife says, actually, you know, here's where you're messing up and blah, 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 it's a reminder that here's where you need work. Now, I have a bad habit, and this is prior to social media. I always compared myself as a husband to other friends' relationships and their husbands and like people in our church. And a lot of the dudes were utterly trash.
Yeah.
So what I would do is like, this guy doesn't take care of his daughter. You know, some of these people are not even our friends. This guy cheats. So obviously I'm better than them. And then I felt like that would absolve me from doing the work that I needed to do because at least I wasn't that guy. And there's always gossip, enough gossip on Facebook and stuff. People's husbands be out here making me look like God's gift to marriage.
Right.
But, very important, but none of that matters when I'm only talking about you and my marriage to you. You would have never married those guys anyway.
Right.
So I can't compare myself to them because you would have never married them. You are only asking me to be the best version of myself that I can be. And that requires basically the same amount of work that they have to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I have to humble myself and know that all I can compare myself is to previous versions of me, not other things, right? So black guys smacks a girl in the face with a skateboard. Well, I would never do that. So obviously I'm better than this guy, right? But you would never have been in that situation to be, you know what I'm saying? Like where I would do that to you. So for me, that was a hard realization because I'm so competitive. I had to realize that kind of like golf. Josh plays golf. Golf has a thing called a handicap, which you familiar with that?
Yes, but explain it.
So basically, the handicap, and correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, it essentially is a way to make golf even amongst people of different skill levels. So if Josh wanted to play with Tiger Woods, obviously he can't beat Tiger Woods, right? Because he's professional. But if Josh's handicap is 10, I don't know exactly how handicaps are calculated or whatever, but basically it's within this range of play, here's where Josh and Tiger Woods can be equal.
It's the head start.
It's the head start. It's a great way of putting it. So Josh is not expected to be better than Tiger Woods, but within his handicap, he could play better than Tiger Woods played that day, and it would be a way, you know, and that's kind of how marriage is, right? I have to adjust to what's fair for me, not to somebody else.
Right.
And the competitive part of me, that's important to keep me honest to myself and to my marriage, as opposed to always comparing myself to, you know, these other people, because it's of no use for Tiger Woods to say he's a better golfer than Josh. Right. A guy who plays sometimes just for fun. Like, oh, yeah, well, I killed that guy. You're like, yeah, so what? He's not playing against you. You're playing against other professionals. So that's what I kind of had to do in my marriage, is keep honest with myself, because basically it's an easy win that makes me feel better than people and kind of makes me not have to feel like doing the work. Because there's so much negative imagery about relationships that I could always make myself feel better about that, but then I would have lost you because I'm not doing the things that I need to do to make our marriage better. Right. And I had to, like, you know, own that. It's a constant thing of having to own that part of myself to make our marriage stronger. And I don't know, I said a lot. I'm kind of thirsty.
I actually thought that was really good, because one of the things, especially being on such a public platform, is that you find it very difficult to have a conversation about how I need you to show up differently, because there's so many praises for, and let me be clear, Kevin is an awesome husband, an awesome man, world renowned. Yes.
But that's the problem.
But there are things that I need you to show up differently, or to show up at all. You know, there's just things that I'm like, can I just ask for just like a tweak here and a tweak, you know? But it's hard to, like, even the way I just ask, can I just maybe, I feel like this kind of gingerly asking, because the public perception is, look how perfect he is. He gasses her up, he pumps her up. And if you followed me for any period of time, you know my love language is not words of affirmation. Yeah. So while that is important to so many people and so many people appreciate it, and that's not to say like I don't like thank you, I really need you to show up in other ways for me
Yeah.
because those are the things that speak to me and my heart.
Absolutely.
And you can have, I've struggled with like, can I just thank you, but can you do this instead? Like, I'd rather this than that. And you have a hard time saying it because you feel ungrateful for
Absolutely.
what you do.
No, dude.
That was
better than that, Josh. And if you thought so, you know better. You should have known.
I think that is probably the most honest I've been about this subject.
No,
for sure.
I was actually surprised you were saying it. I was like,
Okay.
oh my gosh, she's being honest
I
about
know.
it. I think that is, and it's hard, right? It's a champagne problem.
Yeah.
It feels like that. And the bigger our platforms
It does.
become, the more people are like, girl, I would kill
Right.
for a man to just gas me up
Right.
like that, right? And it's hard to say. Well, I mean, you phrased it perfectly. I don't really have anything much to add, but I can see how it's hard to say because people are like, bro,
Yeah.
like, girl, enough.
Yeah.
Like, I would be. He's a present home. He's a breadwinner. He's this. He's funny. Look at where y'all live. And it's like, yeah, but you don't live. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to and that's what marriage is. It's about what's important to me.
Right.
I'm not married to social media.
Right.
And like, okay, so Will Smith, I met him.
I didn't know.
Did you know, Josh?
No.
Did you, man?
Do you have a picture? Can you show it? Can we pull it up here?
Yeah, put it up. I
Okay.
mean, I don't think people even know about it.
I don't either.
Yeah, but just throw it up, Josh. It's on my Instagram. You might have to dig back a
Here.
post or two.
A post or two.
When he was on Red Table Talk and he was talking about how he built Jada a golden cage.
Yes.
And he had tricked
I've
himself.
never related more to a conversation than that conversation.
Yeah. He had tricked himself into thinking he was doing it for her. For her and the kids. And he also tells a story about Willow, how she was like, Daddy, I feel like you have a vision for what you think this family is, and it's not really what this family is. And I think I fell into that super hard, right? It's the competitive part of me and the brand aware part of me, and the marketer is like, I know these things look good. And it's a lot of it's subconscious. These things look good and people will enjoy these things and blah, blah, blah. And you really have to check your motive. Believe it or not, Melissa, another thing I talked about in therapy, my therapist was talking about, you have to know why you do things. Right? Sometimes you do them because you really want to. Sometimes you do them because social media will see it this way. And that's not necessarily bad. But what's bad is not realizing your true motivation and thinking you're just doing something for good, right? Because it could actually be harmful. And I realized in so many ways I was doing that. And that means you really have to take a hard look at yourself and your relationship and not what these strangers think and how that can coat or stroke your ego and prevent you from doing the hard work. So yeah, it's so much to balance, I feel like. And I'm really still working on that. And the problems we have had the last year in our marriage were things we couldn't have had in year 1 or 5 or 10 or whatever, which is kind of crazy that we've been married that long. But anyway.
Do we need to stop? Okay. Really quickly, I want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
For giving me a space that it had a soft landing to discuss that without feeling like I am berating you, or you know what I mean? Because that's never my intent, which is why I wanted to sugarcoat the way that this was phrased, because I don't want it to feel like all of this work is yours. I think it's a joint effort, and we both have work to do.
Joint base Louis McCord.
Okay.
Let's stop. I have to doo-doo, and I need to take a break. I've had that much coffee, and I just need some time.
Okay, go.
So let's just do the rest on Patreon or another
We have
day.
to close out the episode.
Let's close it because I've been holding it for the whole time, and I just really got to do.
All right, so thank you guys so much for joining us for today's episode, 16 lessons in 16 years, and we did not get through all 16 lessons. There was a lot of vulnerability in this episode, and if I'm being honest, I know that's one of the reasons you guys. I'm going to excuse you because I might make this long.
I'm Regina King. Yeah, you can finish.
Okay.
Jesus Christ on the cross.
Um.
Coffee, man.
You had 2 sips.
I know, but it activated something in me. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Okay. while Kevin and I kind of made a decision about how much we would share. And that last one went a little bit deeper than I probably wanted to. But part of the reason why is because I've seen that, listen, social media is mean and people are mean. And I've had like a bit of my own, I don't know, vulnerability hangover, as Brene Brown says. So I pray that everything that we've said, you heard our hearts and that it was helpful to any of you who may be, you know, going through some of the things we've gone through. 16 years of marriage is a lot of lessons to be learned, a lot of lessons that we have learned. And I just pray that we were able to help someone. With that said, I want to remind you about the Love Hour conference that's coming July 10th and 11th. As I said, we just crossed over 1,000 registrants. I actually think we're probably closer to 1,200. So thank you to everyone who made the switch and decided when I rocked, you rolled. So thank you so much. I want to thank our Patreon audience for rocking and rolling with us so hard, so tough. Like seriously, I really appreciate you guys. If there is someone that you guys want to see on Love Hour After Dark, child, send them my way. After Goody, I feel like I got to up the Love Hour After Dark. So send me some people that you guys are interested in. And I think that's it. Until the next episode. Bye.
I'm sorry, Liz.
Kevin's
in the
dumb.
chat. He's in the chat right now.
What does he say?
He's like, I feel better already.
Oh, I can't
Jesus.
stand him.
So they're going into the comments, and I was trying not to laugh. I don't want to interrupt your ending, but I thought
That's
it was so
fine.
funny.
Kevin's silly.
Oh,
All
my
right, that
God.
was great. I missed the episodes
Kev
with
said,
just
oh,
us.
y'all don't have better than me. Do you want to stay on live or
When
a little
is
bit.
what you call it gonna be
she
here?
should be here in 15, but I know Kev wanted to take a little break.
Okay, yeah.
So
Ask him if
either
he
way,
wants-
we had to break the live up because we're gonna go on to the new software, and we need to send a new link out for that. So it's just a fact no matter what. I
Okay.
decided it's up to you. We can-
Oh, he said Angel comes at 12:30.
Okay.
Kev, do you want to stay on? First of all, it's really gross that you're like doing this in here. Like, I really can't. I really don't care. I might leave. Kev said if you ain't never watched a video on the toilet, you ain't lying. We is them coming to Kev on stage this fall. Woo!
Kev said I need some time. alone.
Oh, I should probably drink some of that coffee because it's watery now. The ice probably melted. You want to see the earrings? Why am I putting it too high? Here are the earrings. Girl, they're so old. You didn't want to. You gonna look at them up close and be like, "Girl, that's it." Yeah, girl, that's it. What is he saying? Joshua's not in the chat. Joshua just walked behind me. Ooh, a male sexologist would be great. You know what? I don't know. I'm trying to think if I even follow any male sexologists. Actually, I do. But the one guy that I'm thinking of right off the top of my... Actually, I think I follow like 2, but they're white.
Anybody in the chat know of any?
Huh?
Say anybody in the chat know of any?
Oh, yeah. Do you guys know of any in the chat? Desi is not going to be on the podcast. Well, she was my inspiration, one of my inspirations, but no, she's not. I didn't even reach out to her. I ain't finna get my feelings hurt. Yes, I am still trying to get Lauren in camera. I actually think that's gonna happen. Desi is, her name is Desi Perkins. She's a YouTuber that I just, she's one of my faves, man. Oh, when will you? Probably the week after, Nicole. This weekend, I think we said that just a little while ago, we're going to be filming another Spectrum commercial. They just confirmed. And so probably nope, not the 4th. Probably nope, not the 11th. Probably July 18th. All of a sudden, this just went 3 weeks. Because,
Another guest?
no, I go live in the book club every Saturday.
Oh, snap.
But I just realized it's not going to be until like the 3rd weekend in July. Because the 4th is the 4th. Although, did we cancel the 4th of July officially? Like,
I don't know, man. I don't know how there's still any more fireworks after what I've been hearing every single night.
yes, for real.
I don't know. But I thought 4th of July was canceled.
Alicia Jiffy, I am not telling him that.
What happened?
You have a message, but I'm not saying it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Kev.
No. You're right, Missy. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. A black matchmaker? They want a Gonzi tape Christian edition.
Oh, a gospel Gonzi tape?
Yeah, gospel Gonzi tape. Also, did you see during the
It's happening.
for real? Oh, okay. And during Goody's episode, they wanted an After Dark Gonzi tape.
An After Dark Gonzi tape?
Yeah,
That could be cool.
I think so too. And I have requests for
Okay.
for it. Okay. I can send you my playlists. Just include those. Right? Make sure you get a few of the Beyoncés. You need about 3 Chris Browns.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. A few Sierras. Trey Songz. Tank. Girl, yeah, Mariah got a playlist. But my playlist I also have like a few Pussycat Doll songs that I don't know if everybody likes those.
A few which ones?
Pussycat Dolls.
I feel like there's probably 1 or 2 that I still might
Okay.
include.
I have yeah, I actually have random. I have Loosen Up My Buttons. I like Stick With You also. It's not fully a nighttime-y song, but I do like that song. It's just one of my personal faves. I just like that. I don't know. You can judge me. I love that song. Oh, I just really like it. I'm sorry. I just really do. Yeah, Body Party by Sierra, Ride by Sierra's and mine.
Definitely some Usher joints. Did they say Usher?
No, I didn't see Janet. Oh, Janet could go on here. It depends on the type of vibe you're looking for. Bump and Grind. Who's Bump and Grind?
No,
I don't see nothing wrong with it. That's R. Kelly. Yeah, no.
He's canceled.
Yeah. I had to see it because I was like, is that Jodeci or is that R? But no, Kelly's out.
That's canceled. That's not
Rocket by Beyonce's got to be on there. Petition by Beyonce's got to be on there.
What up, Angel?
Hey, beautiful people. Hi, gorgeous.
How are you?
I'm good.
I like that you came in here with the mask because I did not. And I saw Karen downstairs and I just knew she was going to say something to me.
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
We smell good.
I try. I try not to be out here stinking up in the
You
street.
smell very
You
good.
must be on the street.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying my best. I mean, you beat that. I'm dead serious. When are you going to teach me how to do makeup?
We can do a class. You like you losing weight.
I hope so, but it's not real. But thank you.
You look.
I want to. I
That'd be a
do.
good video.
Yeah, we could do a video. I bought a bunch of black cosmetic brands.
One of my followers was supposed to be sending me a list so that I could start buying some, but she keeps forgetting.
Let's do the things.
Okay. Good. I know enough to not look bad, but I don't know enough to take something that I see.
And replicate it.
Right. I just be like,
Let's do it. I have I could send you. I bought a whole bunch of black owned brands.
just send me the list. Are all of them expensive like Pat?
No, because I actually purposely didn't want to buy. I do have a Pat and I do have a Fenty, but I didn't want to buy the Fenty. I didn't want to buy the
They do
the
them
Pat
good.
McGrath. Exactly. I
They do
wanted
them.
to like specifically support the smaller black owned brands.
Melissa, you should come out with a lash line.
I would, but you know how I'd be scared to like do people wrong, like take orders and then not be able to fulfill them, or like, you know, be able to replicate the same quality over and over and over again. But I would like to. These lashes are my favorite lashes. They're by a black owner, and I would like. Can I just have your style but put my brand on them?
You probably could.
Because like literally, these are my favorite lashes. I wear them. If I'm not wearing these, there's only one other brand that I wear, and I wear these more often.
How are you doing, Josh?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for building the desk.
It
Oh,
looks
no
so
worries.
good.
No worries at all.
I'm telling you, I would have been just fine with one of the dinner trays. I would have just been
Oh, no,
happy.
no.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Can't have that. I
Uh,
know what to put on your desk though. That was my only thing.
I've been thinking about that today because I was just like, who do I want to have sitting up there? And I was like, you know what? You don't have time to figure that
That's
out
fine.
today.
we're live right now, just FYI.
Appreciate that.
Okay. Kev just told me, and I was like, you know what? Can you guys see the
Oh, let me say hello.
Joshua built a set for
All the desks. I'll walk them in there real quick.
okay.
Take you guys away. What's up, guys? We got a new desk for. Here's the thing. Let me flip this camera around.
I mean,
It's a fake late night show now.
you really did it.
It's coming together.
You did that. I would have been like, I'll stay right on this couch. You can put me on a lawn chair.
Shouts to the good folks at Office Depot and their selection. Quick, painless, and it came in like 2 days. They were actually earlier than the window that they projected.
Alicia, now's your chance, girl. If you still in here, Joshua was just talking to the camera. All right, when Kev's coming back, I'm done here.
Y'all did the love hour?
Yes. Everyone is so excited for us to talk about.
I know. So did you watch season 1 through?
No, ma'am.
Hello.
No, ma'am.
How are you? Which season did you
I
start?
started with season 10,
Okay, that's where I was.
and then I watched season maybe 4 and 5.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. I enjoyed season 10 more, so I kind of stopped watching.
I'm in the middle of season 10, but I was able to guess who wasn't going to make it. Like I watched like the
you were?
first 3 or 4 episodes. You talking about Marriage at First Sight? Okay, make sure I'm not losing my mind. 3 or 4 episodes, and I was like, okay, they're the only ones that are going to make it. I was like, this looks like a dangerous relationship. Like police will be involved. Sure. What's up, Mr. Fredericks?
It's a black shirt.
Isn't it? Black
I
on
love
black
it.
on black, black on
Josh
black.
is this camera's
black
fine.
female.
You know that?
Huh?
Oh, it's sharp.
And I'm still waiting. I knew Michael and Mika weren't gonna make it.
Michael
Four, I
and
took one.
Mika.
Okay.
How many's in there?
There's 2. I was just gonna sit on one, but I just wanted to make
Married
sure
at first sight?
I wasn't tripping.
Not love at first sight. Married at first sight.
Yeah, I
There
took
was
one
there
home.
were 2 black couples.
Was more using it
in season 10.
I needed one.
There was Iris and Keith, and Deanna and Greg.
Oh no.
We talking about different seasons.
How? Then
Oh,
season
maybe I'm
9?
watching season 9.
You're in season 9. Aha, that's what it is. You're in season 9 because I did notice that the people y'all interviewed weren't in the season that I was watching.
Okay. I haven't watched season 10.
It's if you really liked season 9, I don't know if season 10 would
Did y'all
top
turn
it.
the live off?
No.
No, it's still on. Yeah, oh yeah, they in here. Melissa's talking about season 9. Okay, yes, you are correct.
Yeah. Season.
Yo, did y'all see this video of Trump getting off the?
Yes.
Getting off the what?
The,
Marine One after the Tulsa rally.
Let me see.
He was so hurt.
Oh, Tony, this is Tony.
no, Tone added a song.
He got a fresh tan, didn't he?
His makeup on his collar.
This man is sad.
What y'all
Tony
doing?
is
What y'all
insane.
Thank you guys. I struggled with my hair today.
It looks good.
Thank you.
Look at the cool. Come
That's
on, look at the cool. Angel.
We be cooling for you.
I want
That
the
song
whole
is-
song.
Wow. That's
Come on,
hilarious.
look at the cool. Come on, look at the cool. It's like a sitcom theme
And,
song.
and the way they were dancing was perfect. We be cooling for you. They had the shoulders going.
Oh.
Look at the coons. Yes.
Look at the cool.
You get up in that falsetto, that's what does it.
For you.
You do it every time?
I think so.
Let's need a new computer.
We don't.
He's
No, we
gotta
do
do
not.
it. He's got to do a whole thing.
No, we don't.
I'm not fooling with him.
Does Cam just throw equipment at problems all the time?
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's buy a new phone.
Problem? Here's some money. Throw it at it.
That's what somebody was like. Why doesn't Angel have a laptop? Y'all would not be able to hear me over the hush of my laptop. That's why I brought my iPad.
Did we tell you what happened with that?
No, what
We tried to watch Cats twice.
Oh
We
my
have got
God.
through a total of 20 minutes now. Me, Melissa, and Joe watched the first 8 minutes. We had to turn it off. Then we brought Zay down and we watched the first 20 minutes and had to turn it off.
Have you seen the whole thing?
Me?
No,
Oh,
Joshua.
The
I
musical
don't
Cats?
The
plan on it.
musical.
Why did y'all decide y'all wanted to watch it
Joe
to be
was like,
cultured?
let's watch it and see how bad it really is.
Oh, it was like y'all
I'm
trying to
with
be
that.
cultured.
I'm
It
with that,
is so much worse.
I
It
believe
is terrible. However, I do want to see Hamilton.
What I'm really mad about is that I didn't realize my homegirl and her husband are in the one that was up in San Francisco. I thought that they were only up there for a couple of months, and I was pregnant at the very end, so I didn't think I could go. They were up there the entire
whole
time. And then
That's
obviously
kinda-
everything is shut down now. And I'm so mad because he did it on Broadway.
That's awesome.
She, I think, was in it on Broadway.
That is freaking
Yeah.
awesome.
And I'm like, I could have gotten tickets. That is what I know I could have. So now I'm mad because no telling when Broadway's gonna come
I
back.
know. Joshua?
Really? Yeah.
What?
She literally, like, as we're starting the episode, she told me. That's why I checked out for, like, the first 10 minutes.
Who did what?
No, one of my friends is pregnant.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, snap.
Oh.
And the dude's like,
I don't know.
Is he your boy?
no. Oh, no. That would have been interesting. No, I mean, bad situation
Either way.
either way.
I wasn't sure how people
Man.
were feeling about Starbucks.
Essentially, Ski
No,
Pass
we
on.
had a whole conversation about it. We still don't know.
Right. So I have Starbucks, but I just
That was smart.
What happened?
She had Starbucks, she put it in this cup.
I was like, I don't know how people are feeling, so let me just. But literally, I was sitting out in my car, pouring it all in
No,
there.
you're smart.
Put my straw
Because
in
I
there.
think we're divided. Some of us were like, no, we're back on. Some of us were like, no. I said I need an updated list every day.
Right.
I need an updated list every day.
They're the only ones that make this drink that I like is the real problem. So I said I'll put them on punishment, but they coming off of punishment. This is not gonna be a full cancellation. I surely did.
Oh my God. Listen, I don't know. Hamilton is amazing. Hamilton is amazing. See? Starbucks is still canceled.
They
If you
still
accepted their apology, you're good. If not, then you're canceled. We gotta
It's a
make
refresher.
We gotta strawberry acai refreshers.
I have in the mango dragon fruit,
Mm.
and I drank the strawberry one too.
So good.
They got a kiwi one coming out.
Ooh. Yes, Cancel Chronicles needs to be a daily edition. I 100% agree.
I don't be knowing.
Melissa, these lashes are
I'm telling you, ask the person who you buy them from. Let me put my name on it.
This is her. She's a black lady. I've been buying her brand since before it was even popular, because honestly, I just love her lashes though. I'm trying to see if she has the.
Now, how do you maintain your real eyelashes?
Because I just glue these on top, like.
Oh.
I
like
never,
this.
yeah. I
I
never.
didn't mean for you to have to yank.
It's okay, the day's over.
You said I've done my work.
Yeah,
And I'm done.
it's over. I never glue them on top of my real lash. And if there's a gap, I just cover it with eyeliner.
Uh-huh.
That's why I can just take them off and
I'll
it
just
doesn't harm my
smart.
real lashes.
Congrats for the over 1,000.
I'm so excited.
It is so amazing.
I got to get a flyer out for people don't know you're on the closing panel. But it's you, Cody and Tommy.
Okay.
And then Stevon Lewis was a guest on Love Hour that people like. I still want a single female, but I don't know who.
You want a single female that has like what type of perspective?
Just as a single black woman.
As a single black
Dating.
woman. Somebody will pop into my head because everybody, I feel like most of my people I know are single. I'm trying to think of somebody that seems sane. It's truly good. And congrats on your $1 million, Sir
Oh.
Fredericks.
You're looking at me in the eyes.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
Can't do
just
that.
anywhere.
Oh, I'm
Off to
sorry.
the right, up,
I'm
down.
so proud of you,
Yeah.
sir.
You're You know what's funny about it? Nothing really changed.
Nothing changes.
And nothing changes, but it's still nice
It
to
was
be
something
in.
I was working for, though. I ain't gonna hold you. I
Listen,
don't know why. For brands, though, it's huge.
it is.
It is.
That
That's
number
major.
for brands, that's a different conversation.
Yes, different
From
conversation.
$9.99 to 1M, it's like, man, we can't throw that. Bro, this guy, he got 1M on the
Right.
ground. You better come correct.
Listen, I can't wait to just hit 100K. I already
too.
bought the balloons for it.
Did you? Wait, where are you, Angel?
I mean, yeah.
Where are you at? We're
I'm
the
at
same.
97.3.
You're at 97.3. No, you're
You
more
got a
than
radio station number.
There you go. We over here jamming with commercials, and I'm trying to get out of that.
We're
I
gonna get you
surely
to
did.
100K this month before August 1st. Mark my word.
Okay, come on. We celebrating my 40th.
Oh, 3K is quick.
3K ain't nothing.
It's 2.5. Or 2.8.
2.5.
2.7. I'm not.
2.3.
2.7.
2.7.
2.7.
Are you 97.3 or 90.97?
97.3.
97.3.
That's totally a radio station, by the way.
So 2.7. That's all I need. Yeah, it is. But I surely did. I bought the Mylar red balloons.
Did you?
I did.
Do you have the countdown thing to tell you what day you expect to hit it?
No, what is that? Is that an app?
What is it called, Kev? Blade?
Social Blade.
Social Blade.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I know.
Look at the cool. Come on, look at the cool. Well, look at the cool. Always good for you. Look at the cool. Look at the cool. Good for you. I know y'all gonna be mad for the rest of y'all life. Just tuning it up. Just tuning it up in that video, ain't you?
That really pisses me off to no end seeing black people
They got
that
them kids in there
excited.
too, Liz.
They
Having
were
a
in there.
grand time.
They were having a grand time. They looked great, and they were
They did.
had on make. I mean, because at first I was confused. I was like, where are these people at? Like, then I was like, oh no, and
my
they were
God.
they were
Just-
giving the Beetlejuice dance when he dances about
Yes.
the.
Oh my God, I was so irritated.
I was like, no, guys, no.
I cannot stand it.
Yeah.
Get stopped by the police. Won't nobody know the difference.
Not at all. Not at all. You can't
Let
be
it
like, "I'm
have
a
an
registered-"
interaction with the Karen, and she won't know that she was right next to her at the Trump rally.
Right, exactly. Oh,
Look at the cool. Yeah.
oh, I tore this up. This was so good.
Angel need to jump in the comments. Tell her list.
Let me comment. What you want to talk about? Thank you, Kat. Kat be on it.
Don't she?
Happy on it. Angelica Mister too. Angelica Mister been out here since the beginning of time.
Jeez.
Look at that cool.
She be on it.
Yeah, this boy. Is Will something to be in or no?
Where's your shirt from?
This is Small Designs. It's a black woman. You can find her at Small Designs. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure I get the @ right. Boop, 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 boop. She made some for all Small Design Prints on Instagram.
Small design prints.
Yes. She's making me this dope Delta shirt too. Super excited about it.
How's Amar? What's he doing?
Oh, getting on my last. But praise God, my mama's home.
Is she?
Yeah, she got back yesterday.
Things are back. Things are looking up again.
Oh, excuse me. Hopefully so. My mother is a whole nother layer of noise, though. She's a whole nother layer of noise. So me and Marcus's ears have to get adjusted to it.
How was she gone?
Since the beginning of quarantine, she had went out there to do a parade with my sister, and then everything shut down.
And she got locked out there.
Yeah, because she was like, "I'm coming back." I said, "Stay where you at."
Yeah.
I said, "COVID is coming for you. Rona is coming for you.
So you stay.
You stay where you at." So she finally got back yesterday.
Wow, bro.
So mad at him.
Melissa be mad at who for what?
Jason,
For?
sit at home. Why are you getting on a plane?
You know he's coming out here, by the way.
What's up, Soul?
That's what I said. I asked him to make sure. I was like, Jason, you're not getting on a plane. He's like, oh yeah, I'm flying in on. Why?
Yeah,
Where's he coming? Jason's coming out here for
this
what?
weekend
For what?
for the
Spectrum
commercial.
shoot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You see all
Kevin
those
asked about that. I
attendants
said I
with-
can't do.
He's so
Like 10
annoying.
Delta, 10 Delta employees died?
He is so annoying.
And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the fact that my mother had to get back. Hey, Shantae. My mother had to get back. I would have probably made her stay there even longer. I was like, since things are slowly opening up, I said, you wear a mask, don't you talk to nobody. I sprayed her down with bleach. I had Marcus take the kids out of the house before we got there so she could come into the house, shower, and take all of her clothes.
Change.
Yeah, and all that stuff because I knew they would want to hug. But I was like, yeah, what you're not about to do is bring nothing up in my house that wasn't already him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he coming out here for the shoot. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he gets on my nerves. He totally gets on my last nerve. Oh, you must got some DSTs in here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We everywhere. There's so many of us. Lord help us.
All of my friends are Deltas.
Well, that's what Kevin said. He said, Melissa, did you want to pledge when you were in
No,
school?
I didn't have enough rhythm to pledge.
Never rhythm.
No, I don't have enough rhythm for all that. If it was just like sign this form and fill out an application and write a paper, then I would have done it.
That's what it is.
No, but then you have to go out and do all this. I can't. I would have been the weakest link. She gotta go. She
You
gotta
just be
go.
the one yelling on the side.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I could offer. Surround sound. That's all I could offer. But literally, all of the friends that I would have, when I would have done it, they all pledged Delta.
That's
all
what
of them.
when Kev said that. I was like, really?
Literally, all of my friends are Deltas. I know. Yeah, all of my friends are Deltas.
Yeah, because we the best. I mean, no disrespect to you, Carissa or Paula.
Right.
Yeah.
If I did pledge, I would have pledged DHT.
That's what when Kev said that. I said, oh, truly?
Yeah.
Truly?
Oh, apparently there's some AKs in here though.
Yeah, I see the pinky green. I saw there's a Zeta in there somewhere. Yeah, I see. a
Oh,
couple of
I know like 3 Zetas.
Zetas. There's some Zetas.
I think I know 3 Zetas, 1
Kanisha,
AKA.
April and
Yeah.
April's friend. I can't think of her name.
Karen's
yeah.
daughters are AKAs.
They are
Karen?
AKAs.
Oh,
Taylor-
and Cameron?
Uh-huh.
I forgot they are AKs.
I
Okay.
said, what happened, ladies?
But I mean of the people
You
that
weren't
like
there for them, Angel.
Apparently.
but they're AKs.
Don't what do you mean,
Taylor,
AKA?
they're
Don't what do you
AKs.
mean, AKA?
Okay, so yeah, those 3 girls are Zetas. I think I know 1 AKA that we actually went to school with.
Who?
I can't think of her name, but she was literally the one AKA, little short girl.
Are you done?
Yes. I can see her face and I
Yeah,
cannot
not
think
really
of her
big
name.
AKA line.
We did. Actually, it was mostly Deltas
Almost all Deltas were there.
and then like the Zetas, and that was it.
I think we had all of them though. Except for, I think we had the entire Divine Nine except for the Iotas, but they weren't all there at the same time. It kind of like somebody and get kicked off yard.
Yeah.
And we'd have to wait until they get to come back. But I think we get almost all of them.
Miss Kevin Sage, do you know a male sexologist? They're asking me to ask you.
Do I know a male sexologist?
Yes.
No.
I
Out of
didn't
all
think
the
so.
things,
I know, but I was like, let me ask.
out of all the things that I would know, that would probably be at the bottom of my list. Granted, I have a bunch of boys, but they are boys and not men. No, I don't know any. I don't even know what that even means. What does that mean? They understand
Just
sex on a what type of level?
Just they've studied or do, but they're man. Like a sexologist, that's just a man. Just so they can hear a different perspective. Because all the sexologists I know are female or women. Isn't female canceled?
What
unless used to describe as an adjective.
So you could say a male or female sexologist.
Yes, I believe so.
Because that would be as an adjective.
So wait a minute, we're talking about gender identity now. We're not supposed to say
I don't
male or
know.
female.
I thought I heard that it was canceled at some point.
Okay, now let me tell y'all, I in a lot of ways I'm a millennial, even though I'm 1 year out of it. So that would make me a generation. What is that? X? What came right before?
I think X.
So in a lot of ways I'm a millennial, but then in certain ways I'm a Generation X. And the way I'm in the Generation X is that you can't keep switching my language. So you gotta plant me.
Is it? Yeah.
Plant me. Yes,
Oh,
I'm
there's
whatever that person said. Whatever
Zennial?
Zennial. I am a zennial.
I didn't know that was a word.
I don't
People use
either, but that's
female.
what I am. It's like when you're at the cusp, because I think 81 is the start of millennials, and I was born in 1980.
So she said referring to women as females is canceled. They're women. So I should have said a woman sexologist.
But
I need to look
how
this
is
up.
female better than how is woman better than female? They both have they both have the root word meaning male.
I don't support the whole female cancellation. It's about tone. Same females rude were women, ladies, and girls. Okay. Don't like the word female. Describe something. No, you can say them females are child. Reading y'all comments got me all confused. Apparently, there's no consensus.
I just referring to a woman as a female and not a female is similar to calling us the blacks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I am the blacks.
What I am saying.
I am the blacks though. I am. I love the term black. I just think it's so powerful. Female is only rude. Like I think anything you say can be used disrespectful if you wanted
She
to.
said, just follow your heart.
Right.
Case by case.
Oh, they're saying don't use it as a noun, but just as an
Adjective.
So you can't be like these females be tripping. That
is probably offensive. I would be offended by that.
Okay. I mean, if you're telling me I'm tripping, yes. I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
I think if it's condescending, you know what? I'm just gonna talk
Female
cash
as a
crazy.
noun is canceled. Female as an adjective is fine. So I was describing the sexologist.
As a female sexologist.
So that would
fine.
be okay.
I'm just gonna talk about everybody disrespectful, and that way it's all great. Uses black as if it's a foreign body of self. The whites. Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, so if I can't say the females, I can't say the whites either. Okay, let me stop then. I'm like, so the whites. All right. Okay. Got it. Oh, it's so much.
It is, and I really do. I like specifically follow accounts on Instagram that keep me abreast.
So that you're not being
offensive. At the very least, so I'm like and I'm not saying I'm fully aware because I'm not, okay, like I recognize that I'm not, but I try to at least like
you're sweet. I
understand what's going on.
I just apologize before I start talking.
Because you can really like say the wrong thing based off something you thought was correct and it's no longer. And so I don't know. I try to, but I would be lying if I said I'm fully aware.
The
I'm
one
not.
that I am really having a hard time subscribing to, but I'm trying to because I'm not a part of the community, so I understand that it doesn't really matter if I don't really understand it. But Latinx is one that it's very hard for me to just subscribe to saying. And I kind of sort of understand the change in wanting to remove the whole patriarchal that Latino goes towards the male dominant form of the word, since they have both masculine and feminine.
Yep.
But the X just don't make no sense to me. It's truly what it is. It's not that the deciding that we want something that does not
That's more inclusive.
favor. Yeah. It's that X that just don't. Out of all the letters that we could have used, the X just makes no sense.
It's to fill in the N between Latino or Latina, so it makes it inclusive.
Right, no, that's what I was saying. I understand what the purpose, I just don't like the letter chosen.
Yeah. Well, I guess like X is just like that generic variable.
It is.
Like fill in said X.
Right. Okay.
I guess so.
I get
Okay,
that.
I agree though. We didn't pick it.
Who picked it?
Yeah, that's what I be asking.
That's like BIPOC.
BIPOC.
Oh yeah, no, I
That
can't
was a
listen.
new one.
I'd be like, can we use? Yeah, no, I've seen people put the X with women
Why did they do that?
to take men out of it.
Oh.
So
I've
that
never
we're
seen
not,
that.
Oh, I have. And that's when I get to being like, yeah, I can't do it, okay? I can't. Just tell me your real name, and I'm just gonna call you by that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm not. I try because I really do. It's my intent to not be offensive. We were talking about, actually they want you to do the book club, but we were talking about in the book club talking about allies, and one of the things that we would charge white people with is not being a lazy ally, like educating yourself. And I feel like if I am to expect that of white people, I then myself should not be a lazy ally.
I get that, and the work to not be offensive, but I also try, in this position that I am in, try not to always get offended.
Yes.
And I do feel like we're sometimes in, especially in today's day and age, where we're dissecting everything, which is good because we're trying to get to the root of problems. That stuff that we weren't offended by at first, we now all of a sudden offended by.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, we were mad about that? I don't recall being mad about that.
Me too. Though. Like, dang.
I wasn't mad about that.
I didn't get the memo that we ain't supposed to be mad. I didn't read that memo. Can you hit resend? Can you forward to me?
I'm like, don't tell nobody. I don't like being called black. I love being called black. I think it's wonderful. Don't you come with another
Oh, that's a
word.
great question. Okay, so are we moving to where we want white people to not say African American? We want them to just say black.
I prefer it. I hate listening to white people say African American
Because
it sounds so like they're putting in so much effort, and they're drawing even more attention to the fact. They're like, and then I saw an African American man. We could have been halfway done with the story if you didn't have to use.
Well, let me hear
all
this.
that.
I want to come correct.
I
don't want no problem.
I'm
new here.
But I think this is a shift that's happening amongst black people that we now need to tell white people, girl, just say black.
Yeah, just say it. My mother has never subscribed to African American. She hated it when it became a thing. Yes, because my mother, she doesn't have a strong connection to Africa being a part of our roots.
Yeah.
And she's like, how the heck you want to assign a whole nother continent to me that I know nothing about? She
That's
was like,
good.
we ain't calling white people European American. She's like, so you just call me black.
If anything, I actually darky.
That's what you want to be called, Paula? Well,
Hold on, I need to Paula, girl, listen,
White.
Paula White, girl. Now listen. I'm gonna need you to do some splaining.
Do some splaining. What you talking about?
I'm gonna need you to do some splaining, girl.
Oh, she's doing an Uncle Ruckus joke. Oh, yeah, he definitely.
Okay.
That is Uncle Ruckus joke from
Okay.
the Boondocks.
Got you, girl.
Yes. I love the Boondocks. But yes, that's what they used to call black folk. That was in Kentucky's state song. The darkies are happy and gay. That was in our state song. Yes.
God, dog.
The
White people wasn't even trying to hide it.
This country is
Did
so
you hear?
trash.
Did you hear that the ice cream truck?
I put that in our docket. All these basically every nursery rhyme. Was
Oh my gosh,
bullshit.
I started again.
You just put that in the docket for today,
Not
Kevin.
today.
Okay.
No, I didn't put it in there.
Huh?
It's in there.
No, Kevin,
Yeah,
I studied
Angel.
this. I studied. You don't understand. I studied to show myself
Approved.
Approved. Okay, and that was not in
It
there.
wasn't in there.
No.
Maybe it's not in there.
Something.
I actually don't like African American simply because I think it describes us as other, and
Right.
that's the reason why white people feel like they have so much ownership
Right.
to America.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's part of the. I honestly think part of their entitlement is that they get just white,
Yeah.
and we always have. We are this American. We are Asian American.
They get to be
African.
just American.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
get to be
Mexican
American. Mexican
Christ,
American.
we've been here.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Here.
I really
Yeah.
think that is part
Right.
of the entitlement.
Yeah.
I literally just had I had that thought watching. Listen, did y'all see this video? Big white dude in a lift with, I don't know if he was Latinx, but he was called.
I did it.
I wasn't sure, but he kept calling him like a wetback. He went in there without a face mask. You saw it?
No.
Okay, so he went in there without a face mask, and the guy was like, "Do you have a face mask?" He said, "No." He said, "Do you mind covering your, using your shirt to cover your face?" And he was like, "You believe all that?"
Oh, I did see this. You talking about the white?
Yes.
Yes.
You believe
Fact.
that? And the guy was like, "Yes, you know, like my families have been sick. Like, yes, absolutely." He was like, "You let the government, whatever." And he was like, "I don't like your attitude. I'm gonna write a bad review on you." And the guy was like, "You can get out my car now. I have a contract with you. This is a contract between us and Lyft. You need to get me to my destination." And the guy was like, "No, I don't. The contract is ended. You can get out of my car."
Right.
And the guy was like, "You need to go back to your country. You're a wetback." Like, he just went in. And I was like, "Sir, the fact that this conversation went from here to here and you feel so entitled
Right.
to be in this man's car,
You don't
not
even
the
know
way
it, bro.
he
Right.
asked you to be in his car." And now you're like, "You need to get me to my destination because I have a contract?"
audacity.
Girl,
The
the audacity.
audacity.
If you don't get out and walk.
The audacity to think you can talk cash crazy to somebody and then have them still serve you.
Exactly. And it was like, "You could just take me to my destination. I'm only 2 or 3 blocks away or 2 or 3 miles away. And I won't write you the review." And the guy was like, "No,
No.
you can get out of my car."
I'm like, you can review these nuts. Get out of my car.
Not these nuts, Angel.
What'd you say now?
She
Huh?
took it back.
Yeah, always. We're
I was-
always gonna come back to.
But I
Nuts
really
of the
think
matter.
that, again, how you feel so entitled to tell me what to do in my car?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Ooh,
They're
girl.
entitled. But long story short, I like to be called black. Would you?
I actually like black too.
Yeah. It's so empowering. I think it only got changed because we felt so much power behind it, and they were like, "Remove the power." The African American. Because there was a whole movement behind
Yeah.
Black power.
Yeah.
Black is beautiful. And then it was like shortly after that, they were like, let's change all of that. Make it so that their slogans can't be as easy.
Which is also why I'm like, Latinos didn't, or Latinx didn't come up with the term Latinx.
I don't believe so.
That's
And
what I
honestly, I feel like it just popped up out of nowhere.
I have problems with other.
I gotta confirm that,
Yeah.
but I don't recall
I mean,
a
listen.
representative
who am
saying,
I? I'm
"Hello,
not-
we deem ourselves
So,
this now."
I am
moving
not
forward."
Latinx, so who am I to tell y'all what should and shouldn't be? But I would be like, listen, I have questions.
I have questions. Yeah.
I just
I
don't
gotta
understand.
Steal this.
Okay,
camera
bye,
to-
you guys.
To wrap it up and
See y'all in a little
finish
bit.
setting up. All right, guys, we're gonna send a new link out soon. Okay, goodbye.
Okay, so